Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? My name is Sylfania. I'm your humble dungeon master, and these are the players. Please introduce yourself and the character you're playing. Starting
Well,
from...
first off, humble. Okay. Secondly, I am Fervent Dickens.
Hello, my name is Seldana. I am the half-elf old lady of the group.
And I am the resident dragonborn Baax Obsidian.
Cool. So, this is the second episode of our campaign, All Is Well in Laudinborough. And a little bit of a recap. But before we do the recap, a few announcements. I keep forgetting to do those. So, announcement number one is we're on Twitter, and all of us have Twitch. Most of us have Twitch. So please follow us. The links are going to be during the break and during the start if you want to go back and check out. We also have... we're using the music from two really cool studios for soundtracks. Links are also in the description. One more thing, extra thing I've added up. If you guys think up of some cool magic items, there's a Google Sheet form link also in the description. Sorry about that. Didn't know how to put it into Twitch. But yeah, follow that. Give me some cool magic items. I'll sort through them on my own time. And even troll items are welcome. I need to laugh once in a while with my job. Anyway, announcements out of the way, unless anybody else has anything to say. Anything poignant, mind you. I'm just going to quickly put the music on. Also, I'm a little bit clumsy with this.
Guy is kind of nice. Can I get his Twitch account? No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm a little bit clumsy with
Mr.
this.
Fisker.
So, hopefully... Okay, you guys can hear this, like... I put down the soundtrack of the inn that you guys are in, and I'm going to do a little bit of a recap of previous session. So, in the previous session, two of our brave adventurers have arrived into Laudinborough, namely Soldana and Ferberand, after a long, long trip. They made it there, and they decided to stay at Deep Pillow Tavern, where apparently they have amazing food and strange happenings. Baax is our resident member of the team. You can see his picture currently on display. He lives in Laudinborough, and so he is the local. Now, Baax headed to the tavern to find a blacksmith, because, well, his mom needed him to fix a pot, so he had to go chase up a blacksmith. And they all conveniently happened to be in the same place. Who would have thought? When something strange has begun happening in the Deep Pillow Tavern. And as the guys went up to the second floor, they've seen an animated table trying to, well, crush or run down the proprietor, Eris Larentasel. Now, after a battle ensued, we have one of our members... two of our members took no damage, and one of our members got one shot. So, balancing on your DM's part is great. I know what I'm doing. And we will currently, hopefully, if my transition works... yeah, I need a second to do this. Just gonna interact.
Bit of an interesting session last time. Mad's almost dying.
Yes.
First session. Actually almost died.
I mean, I did hope for it, honestly. It would have been a glorious start to your new character. Just instant death, turn 1, round 1.
Well, it wasn't even round 1. It was just like literally like one hit away, and then I just got slam dunked.
I should have helped it out. I should have stabbed you for good measure.
Aww.
Yeah, sorry guys. The map is loading. I don't know why it's taking so long. No idea why. It's not even that many. So, we can start before the map loads, and then I will transition into the battle screen, because you guys are currently in the tavern. So what happened afterwards was that Mads, or Baax, I'll be referring to your characters with your names. So Baax got dragged into the one of the rooms unconscious, because they didn't know how long he was going to be unconscious for. So they put him up in the room to rest, and Eris sort of came with you. The door got locked to not disturb the rest of the patrons. The table is still a little bit smoldering in the corner, but she has, mentioned to the staff to like quickly clean it up while she deals with the injured person. And currently you guys are in one of the rooms occupied that was empty at the time, and Eris is just standing there looking down and sort of being really nervous and looking warily at the surrounding furniture.
As it tends to occasionally attack her, it seems.
Yes, it appears from your previous conversation, I'm not sure what you managed to glean, but I can definitely say that Eris herself, she has mentioned it will happen again. And I think she did a brief little overview, but she's like, I'll tell you more when my husband gets here. So you guys are kind of waiting for her husband to get here and for Baax to wake up. If you guys... You could ask her other questions. You don't have to, like, keep pestering. Like, she's just standing there and waiting and looking at you guys and looking you guys over, seeing no injuries and, looking about the room.
Well, no injuries. Gestures
No injuries.
to the lying dragonborn.
I mean, you two
unconscious.
have no injuries. You two did not
That's
get
because
Almost none,
I'm
yeah.
beautiful and perfect.
That's because I'm
we're
not
playing
dumb.
it like that. We're playing it like that, are we?
You can shut the fuck up. You're unconscious.
I mean, you just stood there and
Seriously.
cooked that fireball that was coming straight at you. But
That's what happens when you're a little bitch.
I think as we're like we were taken into the room with with Baax, and we're I'm assuming we're all just kind of like surrounding him right now, kind of just making sure he's okay.
Just watching him breathe.
Just watching him.
Does anything come out of your snout, Mads, as you breathe, or you're fine? Do you breathe like little puffs of clouds, or nothing?
He's drowning in his own acid.
Once in a while.
Is this triggering for Sylfania at all?
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been taught not to do something like that. Proud dragon, proud.
You don't gurgle in your sleep.
I it'd be pretty difficult to have any form of pride if when you're asleep going like half the time. So
A fucking
yeah,
dying frog every time.
Mhm.
Well, anyway,
Yeah, she's just like, she's just occasionally just kind of coming over, because she's like seen this plenty of times before with like other soldiers in her time in like the army. She's probably like just occasionally just trying to make sure he's like laying on his side or something like that.
so you guys wait for an indeterminate amount of time in silence, watching Mads breathe, and Eris is just like starts pacing the room back and forth. When there is a person who, I want to change the image, but I don't want to. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, I'm just getting used to these weird transitions. I don't know if I'll leave the thing will refresh. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sylfania is gently patting and taking care of the dead animal that's lying in the bed.
There you go. I think now the chat and now the stream can see the camera mode. It just took an insane amount of time to load for some reason, unlike last time. Anyway, back to this. You guys can now see the position of people on the map, and Eris is just sort of waiting there and looks at you guys and goes like, right, well, I wanted to thank you again. Sorry about the whole hysterics, It's just, honestly, I keep forgetting. There's this, I think there's a sort of radius of activation on this thing, because I was able to go up to the second floor and be okay, but then I think if I got just a little bit too close to the door, the thing just started getting up. So, I fetched my husband, but I'm not sure how long it'll be until he gets here, so I'll just talk with you guys as it is.
Dearie, you still haven't really told us exactly how this happened or how it works.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works. I think the sound went off. Crap.
Oh, just the music.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
It's okay. No, it's okay.
Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna have to keep doing this as we go along. So Eris looks at you guys and goes, this has been happening for a long time now, so I think over about 6 months. And I don't know how it started, but one day the table at night when I was helping clean up the restaurant, one of the tables just went absolutely crazy and tried to sort of attack me, and I got injured actually. Thankfully my husband was there, and there was me and the staff managed to sort of break it down. It wasn't really that sturdy, and at that point I thought it was over. Maybe it was some sort of a joke by a local wizard or something, or by one of the kids from the academy, which was a pretty evil joke, but I thought it was just that. I wasn't going to chase it up. And then next morning, a chair animated and started trying to attack me. And so we figured out that if we take down whatever it is that's been animated, something else animates at some point the next day. I think through a bunch of terrifying experiments, we figured out that it was about 24 hours in between. And we tried to call the Garda, but the Garda's decision was to just show up and, well, destroy it, and we would tell them that no, we will animate the next day, and they say it's not a problem. Ask the people from the academy. So that's what we did. We asked somebody to come from the academy. They looked through the place, couldn't find anything, said, I don't know what your problem is. We don't have time for this. And eventually, I'm a busy person. I have a business to run. I don't have time to have paladins and wizards just popping in, looking into other people's rooms and looking through the whole thing. So what we decided was to just, whatever animates next, we're just going to lock it up somewhere. And luckily, I was helping arrange that room at the very end when the table animated, and we were prepared for the contingency, and we just locked it up. And once something's been animated, it stays animated in a way, and this one has stayed quiet for about 3 good months. To be honest, I almost forgot about it, but now it's up again. I'm just so tired of this.
It probably would have been easier to lock it up if it was something like a bar of soap.
Yes, but it's always either a table or a chair or a wardrobe at one time. That was scary. But we thought it has to do with wood. And I even asked my husband to change almost all the furnishings. He's a carpenter, you see. But at some point we had a bunch of animated knives from the kitchen, and at that point I realized he could be almost anything. But I don't think it's ever been a bar of soap. Which is odd.
Well, did you annoy a wizard somewhere?
No, that's the thing. I mean, I try to be as hospitable as I can. I try to be as nice as I can to people, and everybody seems to be quite content with the services. I don't think there's even been a single person that's been disgruntled by any of this. I've no idea. There was nobody suspicious as well. I just don't know.
Well, then, better question would be, is there somebody that's madly in love with you? A stalker, perhaps, that's through some reason angry with you for one thing or another?
Oh, goodness. I don't even know. I mean, let me think on that. And she, lists through the people who could be, but she seems to be really disturbed. And as you guys...
You should filter it with people that could potentially do magic.
Yeah. And she's like, no, it couldn't be them. Couldn't be them. And at that point, I'd say it's been about 2 hours, and Baax...
Listing.
No, it's like through the whole thing of you waiting and then having this conversation, Baax, you wake up.
She's getting a lot of X's if you could spend 2 hours of listening.
Yeah, you wake up, and basically you have 1 hit point. So if you can put 1 hit point onto your character.
Alright.
So you can long rest. Or short rest.
Yeah, basically you guys are just sitting in this tavern, and she I just wanted to show a preview for the rest of you guys, but we're gonna go back to the RP screen so I can show photographs of people, because we don't have that on our on our battle map. So bear with me while I switch.
Gasp. I am deeply offended by this lack of professionalism. I plan on suing the government for my wasted time.
Cannot believe this happened.
Oh, can't believe they've done this.
Can't believe that.
Basically, is what this
Absolutely disgusting.
is. Okay, so
I'm gonna make a complaint.
basically, as you guys are talking in this room, you hear a knock on the door, and a person comes in, and that person looks something like this. So a person looked. Yeah.
Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh god.
Oh,
So he's got
what a handsome boy.
bright red hair,
Oh boy.
very green eyes, pointy ears, and
Got a full-blooded elf.
He's got a face that appears in your nightmares. Fucking Christ.
Why does
yeah,
he look- he's got like 24 teeth.
yeah, he's
Holy
got a lot of
shit.
teeth. AI generators, everyone. They make a lot of teeth for
Don't
people.
trust them.
Don't say that. You're gonna piss off a lot of people.
Oh, relax. Okay, ignore the teeth. Ignore the teeth.
I can't.
Now I
my
can't
teeth
stop
is-
looking at him.
Look at my teeth instead. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, Daddy's got the best teeth in the
I'm
house.
zooming in. I'm zooming in.
Oh,
Let
God.
me see them teeth.
So anyway, a dude like this comes up, and he sort of waves at his wife, and then seeing her like really pale face, sort of comes up to her and grabs her arm and goes, "You all right, darling? Is everything okay? Hi guys. Sorry, I heard the thing got out of control again, so I rushed here, but you know, I had a few orders and whatever, but I mean, I heard it was fine. Are you injured?" And she looks at her and she goes, "No, I'm all right. I'm good. I've just been explaining the situation to these people to explain what's going on and to apologize for the inconvenience." And he sort of nods and pats her arm and gives her a little bit of a hug. He's a little bit shorter than her. She's pretty statuesque in stature, and he's but yay high to her in a way. I'd say they're both not very tall, so he. To you guys, I'm not sure how tall y'all are, but I think you picked pretty tall characters. So in comparison to you guys,
I think I'm taller than the average woman, but like, I would probably meet his height, just almost.
yeah, I'd say Eris is about just a little bit above average height, and then he would be next to her, like he'd be 5'7".
Yeah,
She'd be-
5'7". That's a little short, actually.
Yeah, and she's 5'9", because that's the world average, not Norwegian average. I don't know, or Icelandic average. But yeah. So he stands there next to her and looks at you guys and sort of goes on. "I really want to thank you guys. I mean, usually I try to be here, gotta protect the missus." And she gives him this look, but then nods and he goes,
Do you? I would probably ask him, like, do you have any idea why this might be happening?
I mean, at first I thought it was maybe my fault, because it was always the wooden furniture that I made, and I thought, hey, am I making magic furniture? Holy shit. But then, the knives incident, and she goes, "Oh god." It's like, and the rake incident, that was bad. And at some point it was a pot. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't really know. It could be almost anything. I think that's one of the reasons why we locked it up in that room.
Did you know anybody magical or anybody
We're one of the best restaurants in town, thanks to my lady over here. And she goes like, "Stop it! Can you know we have guests?" And he goes like, yeah, it's fine. He goes, "Yeah, we get all kinds of people here. We have the whole of Magical Academy that come down here. We do events, like we do receptions and stuff down in the restaurant. So, we get a lot of foot traffic, to be honest.
Nobody like strange that might like maybe follow you?
No,
Maybe
I mean,
somebody wants to get back at your wife in some way?
Surely you've gone to a priest or a wizard to see if you're actually cursed, or if it's just somebody casting spells around you.
yeah, I mean, we got some of the clergy come down here and check, and they said that it's nothing evil in the house. So that was a good thing.
Well, I mean, it's not a question of it's evil; it's a question of it's magic.
Yeah, and then I think we tried to get a proper wizard to come down here, but apparently they're also busy at that school with this, so they got us.
This one isn't, and I point to Baax.
Yeah, we got a bunch of interns come over and they kind of checked, but they weren't sure. So I think they ended up saying they couldn't see anything. And she goes like, well, you know, the interns from the academy are quite good. You shouldn't really discredit them. Maybe there really isn't anything. And he looks at her and goes like, clearly this thing keeps happening. So there's something in here, hun, that's making it happen. It's not the people, it's the place. She goes like, I really don't want to move.
It
There's
doesn't
nowhere to
happen.
move.
Wait, it doesn't happen anywhere else. Just here.
Yes, no, only none of the neighbors had the issue, and it's just. Actually,
You never tried to like maybe stay at another person's place just for a week, just to see what happens.
Well,
I mean, that would mean closing down their business temporarily.
Yes, and well, I mean, while we are, you know, doing well, the business is going, we're still an inn, and we kind of have to work all the time. There's people and travelers coming through, especially on the repentance path, all the time. And, you know, I can't afford to close down for so long. But I did sort of leave the business and go back to our place in Six Boroughs for a while. Took a small vacation and left the staff here, and nothing was happening to me there or here. Everything was quiet. It's just the moment where I think when I come to this place, something bad happens. And then her husband's thinking, and thinking, and he goes like, actually, I don't know if it's relevant. Probably not. I'll say it
Listen,
anyway.
man, we're doing an investigation on this matter. Whether it's relevant or not is no longer up for debate. Just say your piece.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you, man. I think it's always the first and like this floor and the one below. It's never happened anywhere on the third floor. I mean, you've been to the third floor, hun, right? And Eris goes, actually, now that you say that, yes, I've been to the third floor and nothing's ever happened. It's yeah, you're right. Oh, that's odd. Definitely. Only second and ground floors, never third floor. And he goes like,
Is there anybody up on the third floor?
Oh, yes, no, we have a lot of guests.
Yes.
Do you have a lot of repeat guests?
Well, not really. I mean, usually the people who do travel to Lordenborough are the pilgrims on the Repentance Trail, and maybe some merchants, but a lot of the merchants generally just have a house in Six Boroughs that's staffed, or like there's a public house in Six Boroughs specifically for merchants.
Do you have anyone that's stayed here for a long time or is repeatedly staying here?
I would need to check my books, but yes, I don't think nobody's keeping a room for very long. I think the longest somebody stayed in here was about 2 weeks. I don't think we had anyone stay longer. I think most of the business is usually done in 2 weeks. Like, Lordenborough is a big city, but it's not geographically big. So when people want to come here, they usually get things done within 2 weeks and leave. And those who live here all live in Six Boroughs. Oh, Baax, honey, you're awake. Sorry, we kept talking over you. Are you okay? Goodness, when I saw that thing, just, oh my god.
I'm alright. It was didn't quite
not
expect
you
you
half
would,
dead.
do that. I must admit, I was quite surprised. I was just listening on. I didn't want to intrude.
No, of course. I just, God. Seriously, I really shouldn't tell your mum. Otherwise, I'm kind of scared of her. Please don't tell your mum this happened.
Oh, no worries. And I prestidigitate my clothes to like
How-
make sure it's all clean, and being like,
How
yeah,
old are you, Baax?
I'll make sure it's gone. How old I am? I'm
Yeah.
25.
I
No,
could have
it's-
sworn you were a child.
It's
I mean,
more.
if you're
It's more his mother works at the Garda, and you know she's pretty high up there. Did she get the? Did you know which rank she got recently? She got a recent promotion, was it?
She's a lieutenant.
Right.
present time.
Right. Yes, of course. Yes. We yeah. So you know, don't want to mess with her.
Your mom's in the military.
Yes, that is correct.
Well, aren't most people.
Oh. What is she working in?
Well, she is a.
Checks notes.
How well do you know your character, huh?
Yeah. Come on, don't look at your notes. Tell us.
Well, she is a lieutenant in the Garda, but I'm not much into her job beyond that. That's.
Yes,
Fucking
well,
terrible
Um,
backstory.
so for you guys, as a reminder, and for people tuning in, this is, by the way, how Eris looks like. Just wanted to switch from the crazy teeth.
Yeah.
crazy teeth dude. So basically, the way the military works is the fact they have, they got a few divisions in the military, and I believe if you're a wizard, there's a whole like mages subdivision of the military, and there is I'm just looking for a whole, like, I have a full list. There we go. Yeah, so there's a bunch of military ranks from 1 to 16. So from 1, which is the Knight Commander, who is the head of the Holy Order, down to privates and the Navy and whatever, and they're level 16. So there's 16 different ranks. I'm not going to list all of them. But I'd say Lieutenant is like rank 10, so it's not too high, not too low. So his mom recently got a promotion from Cornet. And there's a bunch of orders. So there's the Garda, Scouts, Paladins, Cavalry, Bowers, Magistus, which are mages, Inquisitors, Admiralty, the Navy, and obviously the Secret Service, because there's always a Secret Service, y'all. That everybody's like, oh, there isn't a Secret Service, but there is.
Mr. President, get down!
Basically.
President.
So I'd say, when I say she's the lieutenant of the Garda, it's basically the people who patrol the streets, the people who sort with, like, they're usually within cities. They sort out inside city disputes. They consist of all sorts of people. They can have paladins in there, so paladins would serve part-time as Garda, but Garda is usually warriors, monks, all kinds of martial art trained personnel that goes into the Garda to protect the city, to protect the roads, to protect the pilgrims going down the roads, to do the city guard's job, basically. That's what they're called, the Garda. Usually Garda doesn't go and do any military things. Like, if there's a war going on, the Garda stay wherever they are, because they still need to run the infrastructure, while the rest might go off to do. They might conscript some people from the Garda of, like, local towns to, if they need more men, for a particular reason. So it is a little bit of a simplified structure, but when I say Garda, I mean, like, Laudenborough Garda. So she's one of the city guards, anyway. Back to conversation. Enough exposition. Hope that was clear.
Lordaming. Oh boy.
Can I get that exposition in writing, please?
Anyway, in regards to, I did hear some rumors, since I'm also at the Magical Academy, about this, but I must admit I hadn't checked it out for myself. I didn't think it was a lethal issue. Yeah. I'm not gonna say I don't have the courage to keep, since there's, like you said, there was a 24-hour thing, so I guess I can look around a bit. Maybe.
Yes,
Before that, child, here you go. Have some of these berries. I'll give you some good berries.
I'd kind of take them in my hand. Thank you. How many?
How many?
I think you make like 7
I make
or
like
something.
7, right?
Okay.
Well, I don't
then
know the spell, man. You check. It's your spell.
It's like
good berries 10.
10, and you
One
have
can be eaten per action. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'll just, while talking, I'll just have
And
him,
one
like,
is
my
like
hand
1
here.
HP, so you get like 10 HP.
Yeah, I'll just have him like my hand, and then I'll just like pop my finger into like each one, kind of like in a classical way, just one at a time, while still like trying to maintain a conversation.
So I think you get 10 HP back.
Yeah.
You're actually full from just one good berry, but
Do good berries stack?
I mean, it's 1 HP each berry.
sure, why not?
Yeah, but
It's fine.
don't they have like?
For
Okay.
the purpose of this, they stack.
Yeah.
I know they probably wouldn't, but screw it. I mean, that's the thing. You eat one good berry and you're full. But considering, I mean, I go by the reasoning that when I'm completely full, I can still eat a whole tub of ice cream. So, technically, if you're completely full...
It was a bad example, because ice cream is delicious and you can always eat more ice cream.
Yes, and that's what I mean, like, berry-wise, I can eat, like, I eat some...
Not even wrong.
yeah, like if I eat some, what is it called? If I eat some grapes, I'm like, okay, I ate a whole chunk. I can eat more and more. Hence, like, even if I'm full, I can still keep eating. So that's why I imagine Goodberry is. He ate the first one, he's completely full, but he keeps going, and that's why the health stacks. But he's overfed. You're gonna burst, boy. The calories. You need to burn this down.
Oh boy.
Danny, can you also grape me a little bit?
I mean, I just gave the 10 to him, but I mean, I can get some from him if you want.
You just grape me right in the mouth, please.
You're gonna do a whitest kids you know reference in this day and age.
Anyway,
it's so sad you don't get it, Nat.
yeah, sorry. Anyway,
Okay,
you guys...
don't worry about it. We'll send you
guys, right, her husband, whose name is Lador, by the way, so he looks at you guys and goes, right, well, Eris, you'll be fine until at least tomorrow morning. We figured out it starts up, like, it's not a 24-hour exactly, the timing, but it's like, with the next sun up, anytime during the day this could happen. So, you'll be fine until dawn, I guess. I still have, like, that table to finish for the... I have that table to finish for the Falinels. They've requested it, and you know how they get. I mean, they're nice and all, and I've already extended the deadline, but she goes like, no, darling, go. Of course, it's fine. I know you're busy. And he goes like, yeah, right. Thanks, guys.
Here's what you do. Just finish up whatever work you have for today, then spend tomorrow on the 3rd floor, see if anything happens. Have somebody else cover for you. Surely, one day is fine.
Who are you talking to, Eris or Lador?
Lador.
Lador, and he goes like... He goes, May, no, I'm not the problem. I mean, we had Eris stay at home for a while, and then I was here going about, and nothing happened. It's more like when she gets in the building. It's targeting her, and that's why I'm concerned. But, yeah, that's a good idea.
Have her stay upstairs.
Yeah, maybe you should stay around the 3rd floor. And she goes like, well, the rooms are full on 3rd floor. The place is full. I can't just, wander the corridors. That'd be weird.
Did I book a room on the 3rd floor?
No, you're on this floor.
Ah.
I think I'm on the 2nd floor as well.
You're also on this floor.
Yeah, this is my room, actually, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, this is your room. You guys are across from each other.
I remembered.
But the rest of the inn is fully booked. And so she goes like, right, well, I'll be safe until tomorrow morning anyway for now, so I'm just going to rush and finish up a few things. I'll check the ledgers for what you've asked. And she points at further end and goes, right, we have a plan of action. Feel free to wander about. I mean, it is the middle of the day, so I think the majority of the people are going off in town to do things. I don't think I can... If you want to go into someone's room, you would need to get either me or one of the waiters to sort of check if they're in and come with you, just in case. I mean, I trust you, but for legal reasons, we have to. You know what I mean? It's private rooms.
Yeah.
Also, you feel free to go in the kitchens and anywhere else you want to check it out. The place is yours to look through. Please, if you manage to find something, I will be eternally grateful. Oh my god, it would literally save my business. So.
Do you have a basement of some sort or anything like that?
We do have a food cellar. It is in the kitchen. So the access is from the kitchen. We do have an outdoors area where we have stables usually, or if anybody comes in horses, usually people walk here or get in the carts. But if somebody wants to bring a horse, we have a stable. I think they're mostly empty except for one horse right now. So. Right, good. I'm gonna go check things out. And, let me actually check. Oh, it still works. Okay, good. I just need to load it once. So I've transitioned for the camera to see you guys, and now you guys have a free reign of the place. Eris is, I'm just gonna, yeah, you guys can move around.
Getting the fuck out of here.
Eris is gonna move with you guys to try
Just run, man, run.
So this room down here, is yours, Sildana, right across from, yeah, and you see Eris as she comes over to where the table is, she looks at it and kind of, and
the ashes, the broken pieces of wood everywhere. You can see some people start to clean up everywhere else, and Eris sort of goes down to do her thing, back to the stand where she was. Okay, guys.
Can I do an Arcana check on the table?
Hold on. Okay, because I need to see. Okay, you want to do an Arcana check. Give me a roll of Arcana on the table. Let's see what you get. Are you
You
proficient in
find
Arcana?
out it's
Please
a
tell me.
table. Ooh, it's out of oak wood. Scary.
This shit is whack.
Also, sorry guys if there's a lot of wriggling. It's the ice.
That is 11.
Crinkle,
11.
crinkle.
Crinkle, crinkle. Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am.
Cool. So as you're looking at this table, at the moment there's not much left of it because it was on fire. It kind of burnt down really fast. At the moment there's no structure. So as you're looking through it, it seems there's no magic around it. It's just a burnt up table. Yeah. And there's some remains, and there's a maid that comes up with like a brush and the thing and looking at you like, can I am I allowed to can I
We're handling an investigation, ma'am. Please stand back.
right, okay, sure.
No,
And she turns around and rushes
it's
into a nearby
fine.
room.
No, it's okay. You come.
She
You
rushed
have to be
away
so
already.
good.
Feverent, why?
Because it's funny.
Oh god.
You know what? It's fine. Let's. There's 2 focus areas, I suppose. The third and the basement. I'll check the basement alone.
I'm gonna try something and see if this works. I'm gonna take like one of the charred legs and one of the like clean backs of the table, like the flat end, and I'm just gonna like do a doodle that looks kind of like a magic circle and just leave it there and see if it's gonna be cleaned. Like I'm testing if the servant is brave enough to take what clearly looks like magic.
Give me a performance check to see how well you managed to draw.
Wow. I'm fucking average of those. 10.
Well,
10.
in the...
Okay. You think it looks like a magic circle. Saldana, to you, it looks like a magic circle. Baax, it's gibberish. It's gibberish. You're like, what
Well, I
the
mean,
fuck is he doing?
if you wanted to look more realistic, you're more than welcome to doodle the ash on yourself.
Why are you ruining their carpet? Why?
I'm doing it on the table.
You
Oh,
know
I
what?
thought you said you were doing it on
I'm
the
going to
table.
just do an investigation myself. I'm gonna go upstairs and investigate the 3rd floor.
Okay, I haven't have a map for the 3rd floor because I didn't expect it to be fighting. But
Aw.
it basically has the same architecture as this one. At the moment, all rooms are busy. When you try to sort of come up to one room, you see one of the sort of waiters sort of stops you and goes, "Ma'am, right. We've been instructed by Miss Eris, and while you're upstairs, he will basically open up a few rooms. He knocks first. One of them has 2 people sleeping, so he quickly closes and goes and checks the rest of the rooms.
Ooh.
They're pretty empty. There's other people's belongings. You can spend, I'd say, half an hour looking through the rooms. I mean, how are you? How deep? How are you searching? How deep are you searching?
How deep am I searching? Well,
Oh wait. So.
Whoa!
like a...
Whee! He gets down the corridor.
I was just gonna walk down to
No.
the gate down there, like a broken door, but I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. How?
Yeah, you better wait.
Yeah. How detailed is your searching?
Enemies. I'm wondering if like no, never mind. I'm mostly just investigating, just
All right.
generally just who is in the rooms currently.
Give me an investigation
Just,
check, please.
Like if how many rooms are just have like one person in them.
Yeah, if you could roll an investigation check on the foundry,
Yeah,
that'd be great too.
yeah.
Cool. Just waiting for the die.
Bum bum
Investigation.
bum 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 bum.
Aww.
All right. It's
Pathetic.
yeah, it's
You're gonna take that statement from me all the time now.
it's not that high, but you're looking around, and most of the rooms are empty and have people's clothes and stuff haphazardly thrown because they've gone for lunch or whatever. Some people's rooms are pretty neat. Stuff is in the wardrobes. I mean, you can look under the bed. You look, in the most obvious places. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You learn some interesting things about the locals. Like, one of them has a chance for pink clothes, and all of their clothes are different shades of pink, which is odd.
That's
Then
creepy.
Yeah, you find like these mundane things that you, with your experience, are pretty sure not the problem. Like, probably not it. You don't get to
Saying
go
it.
through too much stuff because the person who's with you, like the service staff, he kind of when you try to go through personal items, he doesn't know what to do because usually it's his job to not do this. But he gives you sometimes the side eye, but he doesn't stop you. And I don't think you go into like prying into someone's...
You're rummaging through personal luggage now?
Well, I don't know. Are you?
I assumed like the first time he got up, it was
hold
gonna
on,
be the
guys.
invisible
No,
wall NPC
I'm
going like,
not
Wait.
like going through like luggage
That's-
or anything. I'm just like if I like look under the bed,
Me
I'm mostly
too.
just looking, but without
That's-
like really
you're
like
too far.
moving anything.
Wait, Mads, you're too far. The camera is not focusing on anyone. Please stay together.
Oh,
wait until it's your fucking turn, Mads.
You
You
little
impatient cuck.
Yeah, so the thing is, I put the camera has a limit on zoom out, so it doesn't show the whole map. So I think it is you need to stay within the corridor is too long. So if you guys want to go there, I would need the rest of you to head over. Otherwise, it's just focusing on the corridor. You can't see what anyone's doing. I know I need to adjust the whole camera thing for now, but it's too much. All right, so
basically, I found jack shit.
yeah,
looking
while
upstairs.
Sildana, I'm just gonna move your token. Oh, actually, I'm gonna move you. I'm just gonna move you with everyone else. You'll be upstairs for camera purposes. You'll just be going upstairs at the same time as these guys are going downstairs. So, Baax, I believe you want to go check out the room from where the thing came?
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I can just move you two for the camera purposes. Alright. Go ahead. Move along.
Now you can move, Mads.
Yay! So you guys are...
Keep running.
Yeah, heading to the room. You can see the door has been like broken down. There's a bunch of wood there. The room looks ransacked. The lights are off. There's no candles because all the places are lit. Like there are candles lighting up the area. This room is completely dark. There's only like a little bit of light from the window, but it's basically an identical room to everything else outside. But it's shit's broken.
Shit's broke, yo.
Okay.
You
I'll
can see.
just
You
be-
can also see some of the bedding is moved. Basically, like somebody who was in the room suddenly got up and started running, like threw the bed off. The mirror is broken on the left. The chairs. The tub is still there, but there's a bunch of wood in the tub.
Probably the table.
No, the table went outside.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
just
the
be
divider, probably.
I'll be checking the room for any etchings or anything Arcana related.
So are you doing? If you're
will
looking
look
for
at
etchings, that would be
rebuttal.
investigation. If you're trying to sense magic, that'd be Arcana or detect magic. What are you doing?
Well, I wouldn't use detect magic while these guys are still in the room.
Okay.
I want to look at this thing.
That is like a shampoo in a bottle.
Shampoo? Fucking yoink!
Okay.
Where's the conditioner?
boy!
Put a
So anything.
put a bottle of scented shampoo from
I'm the
Pillow
fucking
Tavern in
teacher.
your inventory, please.
Wait, did
Okay.
you say sentient?
No, scented.
Oh, I thought you said sentient.
Yeah,
Now
sentient
I finally got the
shampoo.
Sentient shampoo.
It's a thing.
It's like, why are you so fucking dirty?
Okay,
Bro,
importantly, what kind of scent?
Swear to God, if you say gooseberries.
I was gonna say elderberry, but alright.
Elderberry, yeah.
Elderberry shampoo.
Of course, it's always elderberry.
Mm-hmm. It's like very sweet smelling, but also like not too much. So a dude can probably accept it. Like a manly dude who's, you know, the whole toxic masculinity issue could be like, I don't do.
Oh,
food."
I mean,
Smell
like,
like
we're not
elderberries.
exactly like in an age where it's like everybody has like this, like the current like sense men have now.
Yeah,
Oh.
basically, it's just nice smelling. It's not too like the smell isn't too like too much. Like it's a nice blend of it gets the job done and also leaves a nice lingering scent rather than, you know how sometimes you open a really bad chemical shampoo and it's just in your face and you're like, oh god no, why is it so much? But yeah, okay, then Baax, please give me an Arcana or Investigation check, whichever one you're doing.
Well, I can just, first do for etchings and then check for anything magical. So, first investigation. Well, do you want me to always roll in Foundry, or do you want me to roll?
I mean, while we're on Foundry, might as well roll in Foundry. It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, the camera can only see the actual die, not the final result. Ooh.
In that case, 19.
Was that Investigation or Arcana?
Investigation.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm gonna increase the maximum scale so you guys can run around a bit. Maybe it will reload. Let me check. Nope, it's fine. Hopefully it will work.
Wait until Mads finishes his thing, then I'm gonna fuck about.
Guys, you're frozen. Your cameras are frozen.
I'm frozen? Oh, no! We're frozen!
They can still hear you. Let me double check why this is happening. Okay.
Is it the...
Let me put you back on stream.
Everybody's not moving naturally on guest star.
Yeah.
On guest star, I
think it might be the
around
stream.
Fine. I would just restart.
There we go. You guys are back. Sorry. This happens sometimes.
Hey.
Cool. Anyway, thankfully it was while I was doing some technical shit. So you rolled a 19 investigation. You look around the room, and you rolled so well. You're walking around, moving. You know how in oh god, I've just recently rewatched Lord of the Rings, and remember how, when the hobbits got taken to Isengard, and they walked in, and there's this pyre, and they all think the hobbits are dead, and he's like, wait, no, they were moving, and then this happened. You're doing the whole tracking shit of you can see how there was somebody in the room, probably Eris and someone else, and then the table started moving, it rushed here. You can see all the moves.
He's holding his head, going oh, my mind's eye, oh, mind palace.
Kind of, yeah. And
I can see everything that happened in my three-dimensional space in my head. I know everything.
Pretty much.
Batman.
I see the past like an illusion before me.
You are very careful with any symbols or anything else. You look everywhere, under the carpet. You know the locations where you could scribble a symbol behind, the fireplace. It's squeaky clean. There's nothing in this room. The source must be... you're pretty certain. You're about 80% certain the source must be somewhere else. It's not here.
Okay.
Well, Magic Man, can you magically find out if something happened?
Magic Man! Check for signs as well, yes. I'm adept in the arts of Arcana. So I can look around, see what happens.
Can't you just cast a spell?
I could look into it, but I don't. The chances are it'll take me a little longer. Can you guys?
Performance anxiety. I get it. I'll leave.
Actually, can we check how far you guys can go before the camera goes? Because I've edited it, but I think I might need to reload.
That's a pretty big distance.
Let me move you again. Nah, this is it. Where Soldana is, that's how far I can go. Sorry. Is it bigger than last time, or is it the same size?
It's so big.
Oh my god, it's so big.
Let me try this again. What was it? Is it settings? Yeah, those settings. I'm trying to go stream view and get... Okay, try to move away again. Oh no, I think I might need to restart for it to work. Anyway, just stick together. But we can. I can just put you guys just outside the room, which makes sense. Are you casting Detect Magic?
Yes.
Whoa.
What is the range?
My eyes light up, and it's you can see this circle close out. It is a 30-foot radius. I can search everything that is magical, learn the school of magic and everything. Concentration.
Does it go through the wood? Is it a sphere? Okay.
It depends on how thick it is.
It depends on the thickness of whatever it's going through. Yes.
Thickness.
So
you can see it in the chat.
The floors here are wooden.
The spell can penetrate most barriers,
1 foot
but
of
it is
stone.
blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead,
3
or
feet
3
of wood.
feet of wood or dirt.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 feet. How far is 3 feet? Floors would be thicker than 3 feet, right? Yeah, probably.
Feet is like an imaginary measure of whatever. So just take one of these squares and do 3/5.
Yeah,
You're not
I'd
wrong.
I'd say you're pinging, and nothing's coming up. I mean, you see traces of which school of magic is it that causes things to animate? Is it abjuration? I think it's abjuration, right?
Curiously, is detect the magic a visual response? Because if so, is it actually penetrating the wood? Because if that's the case, he's fucking detecting me as well.
Yeah. So
I'm a little
my
magical too.
yeah. Hold on. Too much at the same time. I'm overwhelmed. Give me a second. Okay.
Okay.
Animate.
I detect a bitch out
Okay.
there.
It is you feel it's a transmutation magic that you're pretty common with, and it's basically a magic used to animate things. And you see these where the table used to be, and a bit like thin traces. In my game, it is basically like like in Hogwarts when you cast the vision. It's like, in a lot of these games where you have to run around and investigate, there's a button that you cast to get this like woo radar vision with shit you can interact with, kind of like that. So you can still see everything as it is, but there's like a little outline over things that magic or things you can do stuff. So you're looking through it, and as you're looking through it, you look through the wall, and actually, Ferverand, I believe you might have something. I just need to check whether.
If the question is how big my dick is, the answer is not very.
Oh God. Okay.
I mean, if
I mean,
it's a
to be
magical
honest.
one, does it really matter?
It's
don't
not
even
the
have
size of
one,
the wand;
really.
it's how you swing it.
Actually, as you look at Ferrand, you see. I mean, I don't think you have a magic item on you. I mean, yeah, no. You look
I
around.
do.
But that's the thing. You look around and you're like, he doesn't look like he has any magic around him or on him. Just seems like an ordinary dude. You look around. You can see the traces of transmutation magic sort of running out. And around the door.
Wait, what?
So just for
Transmutations?
clarification, he magically detects that I'm a basic bitch.
Yes.
What was the point of bringing it up?
For you to know that. And usually
Who's
adventures.
that? I can look through the wall. I see
It's
a
a
bitch.
basic
Oh,
bitch.
okay.
It's
I
mostly
hang on, I cast detect, bitch.
yeah, it's mostly because every adventurer has some sort of a magic item on them, and you have like a magic dagger, or you have a thing, an armor or something. He just doesn't seem to have any traces of magic on him. And from what you've seen, how you've seen him fight, he fights with his fists. So you're like, checks out.
I mean, he would see that I have fucking magic on my hand.
Actually, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would.
Isn't that the whole purpose of the item?
The whole purpose of the item is that you can't fuck my brain.
Ah, right. Yeah. I thought
No
it
brain
prevents
fucking?
all,
What?
all detection. Good to know. Well, now you know. Basically, you see a little bit of magic on his arm, probably a magical ring or something, and you're like, cool.
You probably see my magical bow or something like that.
You're not here.
you can
You're on the 3rd floor. You're just
I know, but
temporarily
you'd see
here.
like something. I don't know.
Yeah. You
can
can't
always-
see because the ceiling. You can only see it in the room.
Yeah.
No, you can always open my character sheet to double check these things if you're unsure.
Yeah, I did that, but I thought that's how it works.
Nah, it's just creature type and alignment. You can still see if it's magic.
I thought it was the whole thing. But anyway, that
Okay,
was
so there's
confusing
no-
for everybody. Yay. Good DMing right
So there's
here.
no residue magic of the table that runs up, down, or just in the walls, or where.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you see the traces off the table when it was animated, but it looks like it just got animated. You can give me an additional Arcana check with a really difficult DC to see if you can maybe deduce something from this.
Come on, please just roll. Never mind. Never mind.
Beautiful.
No. You
That's
can't see
embarrassing.
shit. You can't see shit, my dude.
Man, I got something in my eye. It's just not working today. Regardless.
I bet you say that to all the ladies.
Yeah.
Like I said, performance anxiety.
Anyway, it's more like when I'm doing these kind of things, I'm like looking around, but I'll do it quickly because my eyes will light up.
Yeah.
And so I'll essentially just looking around quickly, getting an idea for the rest of you. I do notice what happened with Feveren a little bit, but I'm not lingering on that too much. It's just more like finding out where the table, whatever it is, and then I close off the effect, and then I kind of like go, okay.
The beginning of that description is significantly better when you still think about your performance anxiety being in place.
You son of a bitch. Anyway,
Brilliant
I
maths,
walk
point
out.
2. Or point million. I don't know how long it was already. Cool.
I walk out.
Yeah, as you walk out, I mean, you're free to walk around the building. It's just I've made the first 2 floors and I haven't done 3 floors because this is my first map I've ever made. Yay me.
Wow, and it's beautiful.
It took me so long.
Clap, clap.
Honestly, you did a great job. If this is like your first map,
I've
like,
never used the program to make the maps, and I've never used Foundry before, so it was a learning experience.
Alright.
you worked hard.
I relay that to Feveren that it doesn't like I'm 80% sure that whatever happened in this room was, well, as she also said, kind of spontaneous. It didn't seem like there was a specific route going up or down. It seemed like just happening in the room. So it could be a person just disguising himself, or it could be it could also be an aura effect, perhaps coming from, and this is me assuming, not something I'm completely aware of. There could be something up on the 3rd floor or in the basement, kind of like an aura effect that begins to activate as she enters the house, or sorry, the inn.
So
And
Well, I mean,
so-
wouldn't you then detect something in the vicinity if that were the case? Like, if there's a gigantic bubble of magic around here, surely you would feel it.
not if it deactivates after it activates.
Then have the animated objects have come to life at random times of the day, correct? Surely if it is a wide effect, as you say, and it only triggers at specific intervals that you can detect it at which points, then it should be the same time of day every day.
Depends. But I can look around. We still can look upon the 3rd floor and the basement, or in any like place that could be hidden. It's just I don't think it's in the rooms.
For just my own sanity here in this case, could you also magically detect a beautiful hostess just to make sure that she herself isn't plagued by whatever is causing this?
I could.
Just to cross
Could you?
out all the possibilities.
I could try, yeah.
Then please do.
have at thee, and you guys can go down to the ground floor. There is a map for it, if you wish. She's currently
Could you
standing
check
near
out the
the.
basement, and I'll check out the I'll talk to hers.
Yeah, I'll
Just
need
to
to.
split up and doing that.
So guys, I'll need to reload Foundry, but the thing is, idea is that because I've set up the map, the thing to have a larger view of the map, but the issue with that is don't go off the map, please. Come back.
I did it. You moved me off the map.
Wait, no, there's walls. We can't
Oh
move
shit!
out of it.
Because yeah, you're both selected. That's why
I'm not moving.
I had you
You
both
kept moving me
selected.
as well.
I'm sorry. That was my bad.
I am deeply offended.
But yeah, I'll fix the whole stream view next time so to have the whole map visible, because I don't expect you guys to be that far away from each other. So yeah, this is for those of you who haven't seen it, this is the nice little reception room with fireplace, and Eris is standing there checking through her books, and behind her you can see like a cupboard that, you know, here I couldn't really make it, but it's covered in like ledgers and extra keys and like bunch of stuff. It's just a big like open cupboard of things, and you can see there's a bit of letters on the table, you know, signed and sealed, probably post for people who are here. nice plants, you know. It's a cozy atmosphere.
How goes it? I ask her.
She turns to you and goes, "Oh, it's going all right. I mean, it's quieted down. I had to turn away a few people because we're full. But I mean, there's other inns and taverns in the city which they can go to. So yeah, it is pretty quiet."
You mind if Baax here magics you real quick?
What? Sure.
Just cast a little spell on you.
Magics me, but all right. And she just stands there, doesn't know what.
I'm not a wizard. I don't know the specifics. I just know it's magic.
Do I need to do anything?
No, not really. Just stand there.
Okay.
Yeah. Just I think it might be just. Can you turn around and I'll just pick up my book.
You just smack her with it.
I'll just detect magic. It'll be nothing. It'll be no issue.
Turn around. You mean not facing you, facing away from you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And don't move and don't swallow your saliva or you could die.
All right.
No,
she turns around.
joking. He's joking. He's joking.
Okay.
These young boys are trying to just.
She turns around.
At least the mud on the mask is just trying to mess with you.
Yeah, she turns around with her back to you and stands there quietly as you.
But I should have rolled a wizard to like
ritual cast detect magic. I don't know. What are you doing?
I will essentially. I'm just essentially holding the book up and I'm like kind of holding my hand towards it. They won't know anyway, but I'm at that point when both of them are looking away and she's looking the other way. I just activate my eyes.
I'm looking at you, man.
I'm looking at you as well.
Mate, guys.
Oh, wait, you came down from the third floor? I think you're still looking around on the third floor. I'm just bringing you.
Am I still looking around the floor? Oh, I thought I was down.
No, it's just because.
My assumption. Sorry.
I mean, unless you guys would wait for Soldado to come down from third floor and say nothing. And you guys
honestly, probably best he probably just does it now before I come down.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just bringing you here so camera can zoom in on you guys, but
I mean, essentially, the way we're standing right now, he would not notice my eyes light up.
You're invisible. I should have done this from the beginning. You're invisible. I'm just taking you with them.
Yeah, well, essentially, I just activate my eyes, making sure he can't see any form of lighting.
Okay, so I need you to give me a sleight of hand versus your... Are you staring at Baax, or are you just passively looking?
Well, I mean, like, I'm not staring him as if I'm gonna cut him up like a dissected animal, but I'm looking at him because what else is there to look at right now?
Passive perception. So your sleight of hand versus his passive perception.
15.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand.
Nat one.
I swear to God. Sleight of hand.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you try. Ferbrand,
Nice.
you see... What does Ferbrand see? What happens to you when you cast Detect Magic with the book? So your eyes just glow?
I have no idea what he's going to see because I'm literally looking this way and it's only my eyes lighting up a little bit.
So what you see, Ferbrand, you see he already had like really bright blue eyes, and his eyes light up even more, and you can see like weird wisps of like light smoke come out of his eyes, and you see his hand moving and he's casting something. That's kind of all you see.
I mean, I'm just wondering how well he can see my eyes here.
Probably not very, since I'm standing behind you.
Yeah, he's standing behind me, and my face is like usually down here, you know.
Yeah.
At the same time, like, even though your like token is on a 5-foot cube, you like literally aren't 5 feet by 5 feet wide. Like, you're not an actual cube.
No. Well,
I mean,
I guess he might see some residue magic coming out of it. I guess.
That would be funny.
Very slight wisps of magic, if anything.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Let's say... So you cast Detect Magic. Are you casting as a ritual spell or as a regular spell?
I can... It's my Eldritch Evocation. I can cast it at will.
Fabulous.
Yep.
Cast it.
I'm assuming I can
Click
at
the
least
range.
connect the dots that you have magic eyes.
Whee! The range.
Because,
okay. Yeah. As you're looking around, you see there is no magical residue anywhere in the room. There is a strange, like, muted glow around Eris. from your experience, because you've cast a spell quite often, you know how it gets cast. You can tell that it doesn't necessarily mean the person is magical. It's like, in a way.
I mean, a learned school of magic, if any.
Yeah, it's the same. How do I put it? You can't tell what school of magic this is. It's not anything you're used to seeing, but there is a little. Give me a religion check.
Are you being coy right now?
Give me a religion check.
She got the
I'm
wild
also proficient
magic.
in that. Please. You can fuck off with the rolls there. It's so close to her fucking 19.
As you cast it, you think you see a glow around her, and then you look a little bit to your left, and you notice the light coming from the window is like reflecting off of her, and that's fucking up with your vision. And you're like, oh, man, I thought it was magic, but she was just glowing because her hair is auburn and pretty.
Close these goddamn windows. God damn it, I swear to God, there's no professionalism in this place.
By the way, does detect magic move with you, or is it you cast it at a spot? Right?
He's
It
the...
moves with me. I'm the caster. I mean, I'm also literally coming from my eyes, so yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you can move around if you want with this,
Well,
but
no.
you see there's nothing on Eris.
I was only going to check her. The entire room did not... I don't give a shit about the room. I was going to check her. Because if I look to the right, obviously he can see my eyes very easily. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do.
We got a sub! First sub on this channel. Sorry. I also was looking at it. I was like, oh, shit. That's
Hey,
amazing.
Subby.
Yeah, thanks.
But... Yeah, so essentially... I was only meaning to quickly look at Eris and kind of get like a proper view of anything magic upon her, and her having an aura and slight, yeah, well, whatever light. I didn't really care about that. I was mostly thinking, okay, there is something on her.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're not sure. You were looking around, but you couldn't really tell. Like, you were looking around and you're like, I'm not sure whether it's the glow on her, or is it because your vision gets a little bit, you know, weird when you're detecting magic, whether it was the trick of an actual physical light, or whether it's like, you know, it is actual magic. Like, you're not sure, not with those rolls.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but my yeah, it is her being affected. Yes, it is specifically something on her. That much I am certain of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you're pretty certain it's
I'm just
targeted
not sure
at
what.
her.
I'm just no, there is something on her.
Yeah.
That's
So she turns around to you and goes, "So, what's going on?"
Well, you do seem to have a magic
You're
effect
dying.
specifically on you.
Oh, well, I kind of knew that. I mean, is there something like on me? Is it the clothes, or is it? What?
It's you. It's all around you.
Well, yeah, probably figured it out. I mean, currently we're
But-
quite quiet in the rest of the inn, so you probably can go check if you want. Like the restaurant and the rest of the first floor, because the rest of the first floor is the restaurant and the kitchen, and I'm sure you've already checked upstairs now that you're down.
Yeah,
So-
but
Do you want me to come
I
with
think-
you? I mean,
I mean, you can help me with going down to perhaps the basement or something, or going to like the places in which you think something could be concealed, because I have a feeling, since it's only this building being affected, I think I can maybe look into seeing if there's any similarities between any effect on you in regards to any effect being activated around the place, if I'm being very, very thorough. Because it's only this place that's happening with, right?
yes, no, the neighbours have absolutely no issue with any furniture, nothing at all. I mean, we don't really have anything. I mean, the neighbours from this end, and she points behind her, so the wall that's currently, that, you know, you teleported out of there and there was nothing, but there's an actual, like, after a little gap of an alley, there's another building. She goes, there's nothing happening over that end. we don't have any neighbors on the other end. To the right, like where the direction you're standing from Baax, further around. There we have stables, and that's not been an issue. And she points the other way. That way is the yard, so there's nothing there as well. So the only building we have close to us is the one behind us right now, and they never had any issues. So.
Okay, well, it's I'll look through the kitchens, the basement, and perhaps the third floor,
do you need
and
me,
see
or
if there's any similarities.
do you want to go? You guys are okay? Do you want me to come with, or you good? I mean, I kind of.
If
have
there's no
to...
restrictions and no one down there, I'm good.
No, it's fine. I mean, it's more we are concerned about the rooms because people have personal items, so But I'm sure you guys checked it out. So yes, feel free to the restaurant and to the kitchen. I think we're actually closed because the lunchtime ended, so we're going to take a little bit of a break before dinner time. So go ahead.
All right.
You're free to move, y'all.
Well, I guess I'll move on.
Yes.
Yeah, you better move on.
Fucking hell, man. Anyway, I'll just move towards the kitchen then.
Yeah. I'm moving you,
Baax.
Sildana.
Baax, my boy, wait up. I'm fucking talking to you.
Well,
Baax, get the what you walking?
Hey, stop
walking here.
Stop walking here. Come on.
Bah.
All right. Watch
So,
out.
how do you do the eye glow thing? That's pretty neat. You think I can learn that and scare some people?
That'd be so fucking nosy.
Of course he is. Oh, it's something that happens very occasionally. I think I did notice there was an aura around her, and I deduced a few things I did, but I kind of fucked up in my magic. So it's a magical defect that sometimes happens with me. It's not something that comes out straight. It's something that happened by accident.
So you're defective.
No, I'm not defective. It's a very rare occurrence. I'm surprised you even noticed. It's sometimes that happens very, very, very few times.
So can you do it at will?
No, as a wizard, I can only do it a few times.
Okay, well it would
Roll
be
deception,
funny.
please.
Oh.
Are you trying to deceive him? Are you really trying to pry this information out of him?
He seems very inquisitive.
Okay.
How nosy are you being right now?
So, yeah, how nosy are you?
I mean, I'm not doing it in I demand to know the truth. I'm just going hey, this would be a pretty funny party trick. If he tells me oh, it's because I'm defective, I'm okay, I don't care enough to question further. But I mean, I can roll insight if you want me to.
Nah, if you're taking it really chill, you're not really trying to pry information. There's no need to deceive. You're just taking it
okay.
You can tell he's not trying to he's fuck you, I'm not gonna tell you. So.
Yeah, I figured.
Cool.
Well, moving on then. What's happening with Danny's character?
Sorry.
What am I doing? Did I come back downstairs yet?
At this point, I'd say you came back downstairs, and I will invisible you. Boom! You're back to life. I did not know you could invisible people. This is so great.
I was here in the room with you guys the whole time.
Yeah, I'm learning things about Foundry every day, so we're learning together, everybody. It's a learning experience.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Cool.
Don't worry about it.
Anyhow, if you guys want any emotes in the chat, I put some emotes on this channel, but they're not animated because okay.
No, it's okay.
Let's go.
We're gonna get those emotes.
Okay, we're working on it. We can discuss
It's
this
something
at our next
for
board
people
meeting.
to have when they sub in and they can use something.
You just make the channel points be the same thing Danny does, just something happens on camera.
Yeah, I just have a bunch of random shit.
Oh, I think in my case, if you're subbed, you get a little sign next to your name, in my case, it's the
I
Genshin
see
Impact
it.
Ones. Because
Genshin Impact.
I managed to get a quite nice pack, and I was like, I like it. But we can play around with this on the next board meeting. But for now, plot.
Board meeting?
Yes, board meeting. Very important CEO stuff.
I mean, we're gonna have a random 3 a.m. Discord call and discuss this stuff.
Random at 3 a.m. Oh boy.
I mean,
well, since Sildana comes down, I'll turn to her and say, "Did you find anything on the third floor?"
You find these nuts?
You find these nuts.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm here, yes. No, wasn't able to find any. I wasn't able to find anything. It was, I had to really investigate through some of the rooms, but honestly, all the rooms were full. And nothing really out of the ordinary.
Well, it seems our host is plagued with some magic, according to Baax. Yeah? He has a really
Really?
nice party trick. His eyes glow up. He doesn't want to teach me how to do it, though, because I would scare the shit out of everyone here. Can you
Why
imagine?
are you both such weirdos? My goodness.
Your
Hey,
mask
young
already
people these
does
days.
that. Let's be
Can,
real.
can you imagine this face with this mask with glowing eyes in the middle of the night? Somebody's gonna shit themselves, and it's gonna be hilarious.
You actually kind of do have a little bit of a glowing eye, but not as much as Baax. Baax got like
It's kind of reflective, but not
Yeah.
glowing.
no.
I mean, my eyes are just naturally glowy, so let's just leave it there.
You're
Mhm.
the F word.
Anyway, so it kind of
What?
narrows it down to, well, the kitchen and the basement, if there is anything there.
Mm.
Or the
I would say
restaurant.
probably most likely
Or
the what?
Or the restaurant, because you would know from Eris's conversation the fact that they serve as a tavern restaurant as well as an inn, so people who don't stay in the inn can actually come to the restaurant and eat, like you, Baax. So they actually get more foot traffic through the first floor than they do through the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can check through this place as well, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Feel free to move. You are free to move across the camera. I believe.
I'll move on to the basement and whatnot. I do not
Yeah.
know if you wish to join
I
me,
mean,
but that is my
Yeah, I did not put any walls or blocks on the table, so you can technically walk over the tables, but it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk.
You're
onto
not
the
really
table.
walking
Walk
over
on
the
the
table.
fucking tables.
Just, you know.
I'm just gonna step on someone's waffle.
Jesus.
Table
You
flips and
notice
shit.
that the restaurant's actually being reset, so the staff, which I mean, Foundry's already struggling. Basically, like we remove a lot of I didn't put a lot of tokens because lots of staff. So Donnie, you might want to move along with us.
Yeah.
By the way, because of the camera, you need to get closer
I'm coming.
to the
I'm
group.
coming.
Cool.
coming.
So as there's a lot of waiters walking around and fixing tables and whatnot. I just didn't put them in here to not clutter. And as you guys enter, you go into the kitchen where you see I don't know if you can see this on the camera unless you get closer. I think that's.
Hang
that's...
on, I'll
So-
get close.
There you go. Yeah, you go. You see
All
this
the
like.
way up, breathe down his neck.
How do you share character art?
You got a
Is there-
nice smell for an orc.
Is there a way to share character art on this?
Yes.
How to do that? Do I click something?
In the actor panel on your
Uh-huh,
right, you can
yeah.
see a list of all your actors.
Yeah.
Right-click the chosen actor and do show artwork or show token.
Oh,
Right.
you guys can see this, I believe.
Can we see it?
Oh, there you go. Show players. There you go. You guys can see it.
Oh,
it's-
look at his beautiful
my gosh.
face.
Yeah, it's basically. How do I unshow this?
That's
I
a
can
good
just close
question.
it.
The chosen viewer has to close it themselves.
Yes.
Oh crap. That's not good. Because of the stream view. Oh, it's gone. There we go. Lovely. Anyway, stuff. Right. So you guys come up
Alright.
there and you see there's a few other sort of waiters who are rushing around. You know, some of the preparing stuff for dinner, and you see this sort of really burly orc or half orc going at it with like 6 pans. He's the head chef. He's going crazy. He's wearing like a
I
big
gotta
apron.
say, like the amount of food that's here, like goddamn, this is impressive. This is done by him.
Yeah, so
Uh,
he's currently like prepping a lot of food to like start to set out for dinner. He's not alone here. He has like assistant
Yeah.
cooks. I put up important characters, not background staff.
Yeah,
'cause then it'd be too much.
I'm
Too many tokens.
assuming though he might not be happy that we're here.
Yeah, he's sort of prepping, but you can see like a lot of the staff is currently like you can see through the windows outside are having a smoke or something, and he just turns around and looks at you and goes like, "Who are you? You can't be here. Get out! Get out! Get out of my kitchen!"
I'm just wondering which one of these courses has the garlic seasoning.
Oh, for fuck's sake, not you too. Okay. He looks around and goes like, Michael, get your ass here or you're fired. And this like tiny 11-year-old boy runs in and goes like, "Oh, hello, sir. I'm sorry, sir." And goes like, "Shut up." Or he looks 11. And he goes like, "Which ones have garlic in these? Tell people." And he goes back to the stove, which got like, he's like flipping shit. The little boy's like, well, I believe the roast chicken boy, I think the potatoes, we cook them with garlic.
Now, son, it's all right. He is just kidding, right?
Oh.
No,
And
I'm
then-
dead serious. Which one has the garlic seasoning? I'm gonna eat here tonight.
It
He's
doesn't
gonna-
matter
he
for
goes
us
like,
right now.
"Do we-"
We're just wondering how to get to the back room here.
Back room.
You can-
No back room, just larder. You don't go to larder. We store stuff there.
We-
Go, leave.
I'm afraid we have to investigate something. It's been causing some damages to the restaurant.
At this point, he like boom slams the pan he's been doing on the stove. Turns around and he is massive. Man is built like a truck.
And
He-
I'm looking at him right now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his neck is like this thick. He's wiping his hands on his apron and he looks really like severe. And then he looks at you guys and goes, "Oh, you here to help Paris about the moving
Yes.
furniture, yes?"
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
We already
good.
have permission.
Yes, no, sorry. I thought you customer said we close, but no, fine. Yeah, no, look around. It's fine. If you fix this, real good. Dinner on me. Oh, on Eris, but it's fine. I cook it for you.
Okay. Well, that's all right then.
Right.
We're gonna.
Can you guys question him? I'll look down below.
Baax, that's a pretty fucking odd question. What the hell do you want to question him about? Am I gonna ask him for his shoe size? What do you want to know, Baax?
Well, question him about the situation. If he has any additional insight about it.
He's
Then
been
you
here
ask
the whole
him.
Moving
time.
furniture. Yes, I'll have you ask him, and I'll go down and check.
What am I, your
I'm-
fucking middleman?
Yes, and I just
I'm
walk
just-
down.
I just grabbed the little boy and I'm just going
You
to the
grab
back
the
room.
little boy and go to the
Yes.
back room. What?
Yes.
What
No,
back
I know
room?
what I said.
Okay, Matt, take your mind out of the gutter. We
Yeah.
know what you keep on your PC, but like this is a PG-13
No.
How
I'm just
dare
wondering
you.
why. Why?
Guys, I'm trying to protect the little boy from the mean, grumpy cook.
Excuse you, he's fucking kick-ass. He's gonna make me free dinner.
Okay.
Only if you succeed.
So I'm gonna have to take hold of this mess for a second here. Who is doing what?
Uh-huh.
Please. Okay, Saldana, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to like investigate the back room
What back room? There's only a larder here.
or like the downstairs or something.
Okay, so you're going with Baax downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll just put you up here.
And I'm taking the boy with me.
Okay, so you're grabbing the boy who was on his break down with you to the larder. He's
Yes.
kind of confused, but he comes with you. You look very intimidating. Okay.
I'm trying to be like a protective motherly figure.
Okay. Fervorant, what are you doing?
So, I'm supposedly supposed to question you now, so... How would you learn to cook?
Oh, it's an interesting story, actually. And I'll get back to you. There's an interesting story going on here. I'll get back to you as we go down. So I don't actually,
Hold on, let me
again,
pull
I don't
this
have
out
a
of my
map
ass.
for the basement because it's not really a basement, it's a larder. As you guys go down the steps, like circular steps, you sort of step onto more kind of an earthy floor with a little bit of straw on it, and there's just boxes and boxes of wine, of spirits, of like potatoes and onions, and there's buckets of like of meat, and it is a kitchen larder. It's a storeroom in a way. It's not very big. It's pretty. I'd say it's 20 feet by 20 feet. It's very small, but it is packed on top of each other, and like it's a mess. And the boy goes like, yeah. I mean, I go down here quite often bringing things up and down. He doesn't trust me with much. Not even cutting things.
You alright? He's not too mean to you, is he?
No. I mean, I work here part-time, but it's fun. I want to be a chef one day. He's amazing.
Oh, that's just adorable. I'm pretty sure you'll do it if you're motivated enough.
Yeah, I mean, actually, my... hold on. No, why did it close? I'm so sorry.
What?
No, my thing here. Never mind, my DM thing closed. One second.
Upstream.
One second.
No.
There we go. Okay, he goes like...
Yeah. Oh, that's a very odd noise for a child to make at this age.
No.
Sylfania just starts
Wait, did I
juggling
just
to pass the
not
time.
write this down? Oh my god. Yeah, there we go. He's like, it's my dream to go to Cakenward. It's a city, and there's this culinary academy which is the greatest in the land, and Chef Montague, he actually graduated the top of his class, and I can't believe it, he works here. I mean, Eris's place is the best, mostly because, Chef Montague works here. I really want to be like him, but he is really intimidating. I think it's the big half-orc muscle thing going on. But, I mean, you kind of need to be strong to be a chef. I've realised I get really tired.
Oh, hopefully your family will, be able to support you through it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working part-time here, but I'm a bit too small to go just yet. I need to finish my, primary education, and then I can go. I mean, Mama's kind of worried that I'm going to be too far away, but, it'll be fine.
It's not triggering right now, but it's I'm thinking, this is, just reminding me of my son. It's kind of making me a little wistful.
Yeah, I'd say it's more wistful, because he's so hopeful. Your kid, he was kind of broody most of the time you've seen him. This kid's all sunshine and bubbling.
This kid's this one's actually full of hope.
Yeah. Yours kind of...
darkness follows me. Life is meaningless.
He was kind of like that at the beginning, but then he started getting a little bit more broody. For the last few years. Like, when he was about this kid's age, he was already starting to be a bit more quiet and sort of reading rather than, that. Anyway, you guys, so you while Sylfania's chatting to the kid, Baax, you're just watching him, I suppose.
No, I'll obviously go on and check.
Okay, are you investigating, or
investigating.
you're doing your
I'm there
detect
to
magic?
help.
I don't give a shit about the kid and Sylfania. I'm just gonna check the fucking shit for magical effects. Or...
Do your detect magic thing. As you're doing it, you're looking around the larder, and it's 20 by 20, and you're looking around and you're like, I don't see anything in the larder itself, and then you look up to the left a little bit, and you feel there's a ping of something, but it's muted because it's going through the floor here is thinner because it's not really proper 3 feet of wood. So it's thinner. It's like you're pinging something from above you, from the larder. But it's it's muted. You can't really. It's not an outline. It's a ping, and you're like, kind of need to check what it is because you can't see through walls really.
Okay, so it's basically just above in the kitchen.
So, yeah, you realize, okay, narrowed it down. Wasn't on the second floor. Probably wasn't on the third floor. Not in the basement. In the kitchen.
Alright, well, I close off my eyes before Sylfania ever gets a look on. And then I walk,
it is a dark... There's no lighting in the larder. It is dark. When you open your eyes, shit lights up blue.
As I'm just talking to the kid, I just sort of look at Baax, and I'm just and maybe that what the? Oh, his eyes do glow.
What the heckers?
Oh, sir, are you a wizard?
You're a wizard, Harry.
I know. As I said it, I immediately was like, shit, somebody's gonna do the wizard Harry joke.
And of course, it's gonna be Mads.
Well, obviously. But yes, I am.
Oh, that's amazing! Are you one of the colleges?
Yes.
Sorry,
saying yes. I'm giving very concise, quick answers as I'm looking around.
Yeah, you're looking around the larder. Nothing lights up magical. It's just food. But the ping that you got was from the kitchen, and as you look around, it doesn't move, so it's a stationary ping.
In which case, I'll turn him off and just... I have perfect dark vision, so I just walk through the darkness easy and back up.
Yeah, the kid also... He's human, but he's gone down here so often, he just orients himself in the dark. And he, like, pulls Soldata out and, like, follow me, it's alright. It's not really that big. It's literally, you just stepped off the stair, and literally, you have about 5 feet of movement to look around. As you guys come back up, you hear the conversation between Chef Montague and Ferveran going like, so anyway, there was this competition and this other elf was so stuck up, I swear, he was like, oh, you use spices and that makes curry better. And I was like, fuck you, I cook chicken. And my chicken was better. And the judges said that, and he was... I won the cooking duel, which is pretty cool anyway. Doesn't matter, I mean...
Next time, like, an elf like that tries to mess with you about how good of a chef they are, just throw them that you can chop very thick pieces of meat in one swing, and usually they shit their pants and run away.
I mean, that's exactly what I did, because it was a public duel. We were in the middle of a coliseum, and he was like, oh, spices, spices, and I just took my 2 cleavers, my 2 beauties, and he pulls out, like, he's leaning over the stove, which stuff is boiling, and he, like, is adjusting the heat, not looking at it while talking to you. And as he looks at his, one second, at his items, and he goes like, my 2 beautiful babies, Lucy and Martha, and he pulls out 2 like meat cleavers, and goes like, I've used these girls to literally, I pulled out a whole cow, like, you know, carcass onto the stage and did did some rib cutting right in front of the audience and then cooked it. It was amazing. I got best marks, but you're back.
Could I, before I just reach up the stairs...
And here I was about to show you my sickles.
Oh, maybe next time.
Could I do something incredibly sly and quick? And just like when I'm just getting up the stairs...
Okay, that's... No, you can't whip out your dick.
I wish I could. It would make it so much easier.
Okay.
You have to get it through the zipper first.
What are you doing,
I wish they
Baax?
just looked at my cock instead of my eyes. I swear to God. That's how you,
Baax.
You just flex my dragon dick.
Oh, please stop. Please. Just... I can't wrangle you guys anymore. Just do it.
No.
Anyway, so I essentially just before I just reach up the stairs, before I actually just make it up, and before they notice me, and you know, Sylfania's being led, I'll quickly like pop it in and off with my detect magic to detect where the ping is in the room. So quickly.
Yeah,
but
so
I'll still notice where it is. It's essentially like opening my eyes and then just closing them after like a second.
Just give me a
see like a weird
dexterity
blink
check.
for like a second. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a dexterity saving throw to do a really fast blink. Like, an almost imperceptible blink. Do it. Just a dexterity saving throw.
I feel like it's going to be the same feeling of you're doing something and somebody takes a picture of you with a flash on. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but just still do it. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Pictures.
Mm-hmm. I swear to God, if I appear in a nudie mads, I'm gonna be pissed.
Give me a man.
Maybe you know.
Anyway, go ahead.
So
please, good roll. Fuck you.
let's go.
That's a 4.
Again.
So anyway, you think you blink fast, but this is the moment where everybody, like the sounds of you guys coming up, everybody, even Atan, turns around. So as you blink, everybody sees you blink and do the little like blue light, and Atan goes like, "Oh, for fuck's! What did you do? That was so bright." Oh,
I could imagine, like, instead of blinking normally, you did like a crocodile blink of like.
Oh yeah, the one eye. Totally. But anyway, it worked, and as you did, you literally. Oh, how do I turn this on and off? Oh no, it's not working. Why is it not working?
What are you trying to turn on and off?
Oh, why can't you see it? Can you see it on the map?
See what?
No, don't know what I'm supposed to see.
Okay.
So
I don't think it's not bright enough.
You
Okay.
put in like the kitchen though.
No, it's not bright enough. That's the problem. I made a thing. So there's a little yeah, there's a little aura behind the stove. There's like a, it needs to be brighter. I don't, oh shit, I forgot how to edit.
Behind
Oh, there
the
we go.
stove.
Color intensity.
Oh, did you do a lighting effect?
Yeah, I tried. I thought I was gonna be fancy. Can you see this now? There's a little, like, a swirly swirl thing behind the stove.
I don't see any.
For fuck's sake. Okay.
That's okay. If you're saying that there is one, we can just accept that. Don't worry.
Okay, do you see this now? There's like a swirl behind the stove that's yellow.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Really? Huh.
Oh, I mean on the bottom left?
No, the bottom left is like, the bottom left stove is pulsing light because it's cooking. But the stove that currently Atan is standing at behind it, like near the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't see it for myself. I can't even see it on the stream.
Yeah, that's really odd. I mean, I can kind of see it on the stream because I know where I'm looking. I need to make the light brighter. Constrained by walls, energy field. Okay. Oh, cars.
It's a trap.
Okay. Let me.
I can't see fucking shit in here.
Mission angle, light color. I did color intensity of 1, so I don't even know what why can't you see it? But it's like, basically, I'm gonna try to ping, and it's, I don't know if the ping works. Oh, hold on.
Is it over here?
Oh, you can, no, it's over here.
Is it over
Over
here?
there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's very
Whoa.
fucking faint.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
it was
Hold
faint.
on.
It was faint.
Oh, yeah, I can see it if I really, really zoom in.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, if I really zoom in,
Yeah, I
can
did
see
it. I thought I
yeah.
was gonna do it subtle, but it is actually quite subtle. And let me edit the light.
I just fireball at it!
Do you have fireball?
Fireball.
I only
mean-
got firebolt.
Like,
But
Don't even
basically-
have
I can
a
cast.
projectile magical.
So you
I
see
can
it-
cast
yeah.
fireball. I just need alcohol and a piece of cloth.
So what you see is you see like a light. This is how you see it. It's like a little moving shadowy purpley thing. As you look, it's something very small, wedged somewhere between the stove and the wall.
Well then, Baax can point it out.
Sounds a lot like Matt's penis, if you ask me.
Well, I walk up. Fuck's sake, Gabe. Shut the fuck up.
The bullying is intensifying. I swear, every
Just the
few
voice
minutes,
again.
there's so much bullying going on.
Can't believe this. Anyway, I walk up and I was like, is there a way to access the back of the stove properly?
Atan looks at you and goes like, "You mean to touch my stove? You mean to presume to touch my stove? Why
Dude,
do you
don't
need
touch
to
the
touch my
stove, dude. That's so disrespectful.
Let me
Dude.
touch the stove. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, he's gotta touch the stuff, dude.
Dude, bruh,
Dude, I
Bruh.
gotta touch the stove.
bruh, don't touch another man's stove, bruh. Like, you gotta follow the waves and like wait until it's your turn, bruh.
Why do you need to
Bruh.
touch the back of my stove? What is wrong with my stove? My stove works fine.
Well,
I need it
well,
for
the
work.
fact that it has a magical effect on the back.
Michael?
There appear to be. You're saying
Michael!
there's magical
At
shenanigans
this point,
behind the stove?
At this point, as you guys come out, Michael is. Oh no, not the light. Delete the light. Sorry, I'm still getting used to using Foundry. As you come out with Michael, you sort of, I'd say, move closer, and Michael moves over to Atan and goes like, "Yes, sir." He goes like, "Did you clean behind the stove like I asked you to?" And he goes like, no. Yeah. He's like, "Be very careful with your answer." And he gives him this like orc death glare, and he goes like, "No, I mean I was here late, and I just thought it's behind the stove. It's not relating to the food." And he gives him a little like light smack on the back of his head. It's not like a heavy smack, but it's like you little. And he goes like, "What did I tell you? Cleanliness is important in the kitchen. Everything needs to be squeaky clean. If I put on white gloves, which I will one day, and I will try to scrub the window sills or the ceiling, it better be clean, no dust, because it all goes in food."
What?
Dear sir,
like-
dear sir. Oh, sorry, go on.
I gently like get on one knee in front of the kid, put my hand on his shoulder, and softly say, "Now remember, Michael, liars get flogged."
Michael,
What?
okay, give me
Talking about?
give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Mitch is gonna fucking
No, stop right now.
'Cause you're
Stop
just
right now.
No,
Deadpan,
it's done.
just saying it.
Liars get flogged. Jesus.
Liars get flogged.
20.
No, give me the boy.
That's a dirty fucking 20. Holy shit. I'm
As you
scared he
say
ever rolling
this,
shit up this kid.
Michael
Yeah.
literally just starts
No,
shaking
Michael.
quietly.
Michael,
It's like-
Michael, he's not serious. Michael, stop. It's okay. It's
And he-
okay.
He looks at Atan and he goes like, "I'm so sorry, sir. I don't deserve to live." And Atan is like looking at him, going like, "Why are you crying?" Oh my god.
Why are you such a bitch?
No, he's looking at him like
Right.
he's looking at him
I
going
just-
like, "If you're gonna cry when somebody threatens you like this strange glowy masked man, you will never make it in the academy. I'm telling you, people are going to spit in your face and you spit right back, or you just
See,
stand there and
the
look
chef
cool.
knows. He knows what he's talking about.
Come on, Michael, you're a man now." He goes like, "I'm 11." It's like, you'll be fine. You're a man. That's fine.
He's a child.
Well, dear chef, the magical effect behind the stove.
Yes, I know. Okay,
Might be what relates to the furniture moving. Not.
I figured it out
Back.
already. Fucking bastards messing with my stove.
Can I do like a persuasion roll to soothe the child?
Okay.
Soothe Michael.
Okay, so give me what would be a soothing roll? It would be
I don't know.
persuasion.
I just want
give
persuasion.
me give me a persuasion roll to try to soothe
Yeah.
the child who's
Handle
literally
animal.
like, "I will never be a chef. I
Handle
should just
animal.
quit. I should just
I got a
quit and become
14.
a stable boy."
I'm just like, yes, it's okay, Sonny. It's okay.
14. Okay, yeah, as you're soothing the poor child, he sort of sniffles a little bit and like you see like he's trying not to cry, but he's 11. And he sort of he's washing like grabbing his dirty apron and like playing with it. Atan at this point I suppose he's like he goes to the edge of the stove and goes like, "Okay, there's a little wedged in here because, you know, tight kitchen. We need a lot of space for moving and the weight stuff and whatnot." He moves the crates of onions and mushrooms and everything else, moves the table away, which you can't move it here, but he like moves it away and tries to shift the kitchen. He tries to shift the kitchen. He tries to shift the stove. And I need, is any of you helping him, or is it just him doing it?
I'm gonna take like.
I'm letting the men do it.
Before he starts moving it, I ask him if like, "Hey, do you want me to like lift the pots and pans off the stove while you drag it on the ground?"
Ugh. Yeah, and he moves stuff away, and he's taking a look on how to do this, and goes like, "Okay, hold on, don't touch my food." And he picks it up, and he does some strange, like, you see him pick up 2 pans with one arm, 1 pan with another, and then shift and go like down to where the washing up area is and put it down on like metal, because like, don't put it on wood, it is hot. And then he moves stuff away from the stove, and then he's like, "Okay, I can't move it too much because it is attached to an exhaust fume that's going outside, but I can move it just enough for somebody with thin hands to put, you know, to stick their hand in there, okay?"
Baax,
So-
you have feminine hands.
Yeah. He
Okay,
does, I gotta say.
I mean, I can try to do it myself, but
Much
this
more
is a
than I do.
big stove,
No,
so
it's probably safer that I do it. But irregardless, was there as he's like he's moving all these things? I ask him, did someone repair or change anything in this kitchen 6 months ago?
no. I mean,
No changes?
we have a lot of wait staff and a lot of kitchen help and busboys that keep coming in and out because apparently, and he turns around and gives you a look, I have an abrasive personality that scares people. Whatever that
Why would they say that?
I don't know. So anyway, lots of new staff can't stay here for too long and they quit, so we get new staff. So we do have a lot of people going through, but I mean, I take good care of my equipment. Or I thought, or I thought I explained to my staff that they should take good care. And he gives Michael a look, who's like visibly shrinks a little, and goes like, "But it is fine for now." And any of you are helping physically to move the stove for him, or is he gonna have to do it himself?
Yeah, I'm helping out.
Okay, so he's gonna do it with advantage. I think this would be athletics. How do I roll this? Do I just click it? Yeah, advantage. Nice. 22. So he like you see the bulging muscles, and he clearly lifts. He's not just getting it from the chef.
What? You saying he's an orc?
Man lifts some steel. And so he's like shifts, and you see the bulging muscles bulge even more as he moves the
Okay. Important question.
Yes.
Does his shirt tear when he flexes too hard?
Oh no,
Oh,
he
boy,
wears
I hope it does.
appropriate clothing.
Damn.
He wears
Where's the tank
appropriate
tops?
yet
He's ready.
tight clothing as he shifts the stove just enough for whoever it is with thin hands that's going to go and put their hand behind there. But for now, we're gonna take a 5-minute break to refresh our drinks, do stuff, because it is an hour and a bit into the stream.
Wow.
Just to like,
It's been so exciting.
I know things got off to an exciting start.
Things are getting heated. Haha. Get it?
Shut the fuck up, Gabe.
We will. Please, if we're gonna have a pun montage, you're all gonna see my face go like every pun.
At some point, like I'm gonna make a pun so terrible, you're just gonna end the stream.
I'm just kidding.
I
No.
feel like
Quit.
That's it.
I feel like eventually I should make like a compilation of just like all the times you've ever face palmed during these like
Okay,
sessions.
yeah, but for now, it's break time. Okay, guys, we're back. I don't know why your camera always does the gate when we start again, but yeah, we're back from our quick break. Oh, I need to stop my break playlist. Given to you by Michael Gilfie. But anyway, we here. So before the break, Atan grabbed the stove, really heavy stove, and with assistance from I want to say Feverand and Baax, he sort of like shifted it just enough for somebody with a thin arm and like somebody dexterous to like peek their hand and try to look for whatever that is. It's not really glowing, so you can't see it anymore, but there is something behind there, you think. So yeah, go ahead. Who wants to do what?
Well, it was Baax who was doing it.
Yeah, I'll be the one checking.
Okay, give me just a dexterity check to see if you can
Not burn yourself on the fucking stove.
See how well you can twirl those slender fingers of yours.
Yep.
Oh man,
Those
dexterity,
delicate fingers.
dexterity saving throw.
No, regular
Nat
dexterity check.
nat one,
Dexterity
nat
check.
one, nat
Please
one.
give me a good roll for one. Thank you.
Damn it!
Oh,
That was pretty good. As you
About
stick your
fucking
hand in
time.
there, you're sort of you saw where it was, and you're sort of your memory. You're trying to probe, and you feel it's metal, hot metal. You're like, ow, metal, and then there's something like cloth, and you're like, what the fuck? And you try to grab it, and it feels like it feels like if you grab a bunch of dice in your arm and you try to move them, it feels like there's stuff moving inside a bag. It's like a dice bag, but it's not a dice bag. as you sort of put your hand and you can feel something wedged in between like it's two metal bits of the stove in the back. Something small, like palm size. You grab onto it. Do you? What do you do next? Do you?
Well, since I'm already like down here, nobody can see. I activate my obviously detect vision. This time, nobody can fucking see it. Swear to God.
Okay.
Oh.
Just to have a perfectly clear view.
The entire
yeah.
side of the
As
like
you
stone
cast,
lights up.
you can see, you look down your arm and you can see your hand is holding onto the source of really bright. Like now that you're looking at it and you're holding it, you can see like the bright light of this is the source. You found it.
Okay, well I'll take it and take it back.
Yeah, as you pull it out, you pull a little bit and there's a little bit of like it's wedged in there real good, and then you pull it and it's like pops out. And as you pull your hand out, in your arm is like a small leather bag tied up with like twine, and the bag looks leather. Like it looks like sewed up skin of something. And it's palm size. You just pull it out, you're looking at it, it looks weird. And Atana's like,
Tobacco seasoning.
what the fuck
I
is
do
that?
deactivate my vision immediately after, like, before I fully drag it out.
Yes, nobody saw.
We've already
You're
seen
being
your
glowing.
cock at this
I'm
point.
just saying.
You flashed
Every single time.
You flashed everyone already like 6 times. Everybody sees. Everybody saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
You're not exactly incognito here.
No.
Not anymore, apparently. Even though
I have your IP.
I know where you live.
I know where you live.
I'm inside your walls.
Your search history? Disgusting.
Okay, as you're
anyway.
looking around at this thing, it's giving off strange vibes. Atan is just looking at it going like, what the fuck? It's a bag. Why was there a bag wedged between the stove and... What is it?
I'm not entirely sure. Arcane wisdom.
Give me an Arcana check.
It's some form of magic you've never seen before, proving your uselessness as a wizard.
15. Shut up.
15. It had transmutation, School of Magic on it, but you've never seen. This is like it's ringing some bells. You've seen transmutation magic cast. You've seen it cast on objects, like you've seen a professor at a school animate a chair that would just run around and he'd be like, oh, look at that, I can move things and cast spells and shit. You know, wizard in college. You've seen it around and you're like, yeah, it's obvious. But then it's always been cast onto an object. There was never like, this has like a permanent transmutation vibe around it, but it doesn't it's not as bright as like when something is transmuted. It's just like, it's strangely pulsing. It is tied pretty tight with a twine, but there's clearly, as you move your fingers, something like a bunch of bits of something on the inside. I'd say with the Arcana, you figure out this is somehow the source of the transmutation magic, and somehow because of this little bag of something, you're not sure how this bag casts the spell, or is it something cast onto the bag? You're just des confusion.
Well, I think I found the source of the transmutation events happening here.
Well, don't take it out of the kitchen, man. I don't want a flying knife here. This is good food. I don't want to go to waste.
Well, there's a 24-hour delay anyway. The fuck
But
are you afraid of now?
I point to the chef. Do you want magic fucking flying knives in your kitchen?
No, I like my knives.
Exactly. Get the fuck out of here.
But like, is it? And he looks at it. I mean, it probably.
Why are you such a little instigator? I swear to God.
I don't know what this is, but it doesn't look good. Looks like a hex bag. Take it out. And as he says hex bag, your brain immediately flips, and with that 15 that you've done, you're like, is there something familiar, but I can't tell what it is. As he says hex bag, you're like, this is what you would imagine a hex bag would look like, but you've never really seen a hex bag before, because nobody casts magic with hex bags. But you've read, like, you know, there's a lot of folk tale, like, oh, witches put a curse on you by putting a hex bag somewhere in your house or something, and you're like, what the fuck? And generally speaking, you've never read what's inside a hex bag, but the stuff that's activating stuff is usually tied into it. So, the shit on the inside, basically.
In my memory, do I have an appropriate professor I could take this to?
I mean, you've had a bunch of professors, but as I said, nobody ever teaches how to make a hex bag. That's not. It's kind of like old, like druids tend to do this, like druidic magic. But that's been kind of not outright outlawed, but it's not very common. They don't teach druidism.
Let's just say being a druid makes you illegal.
But more like a professor in the occult, like he would know maybe what to do with it.
In Laudinbra, you have professors who teach you different kinds of magic. The whole, like, occult thing is usually studied by the military magisti? I haven't figured out how I'm gonna pronounce that.
Magistry?
Yeah, magistus? Anyway, you haven't...
Me gusta?
Me gusta.
I knew it was there.
You haven't seen
My brain went there.
any magisti, what is it called? Yeah, you haven't seen any magisti around Laudinbra. They're part of the Holy Order, and so they usually work on this stuff, because you know that everybody and their mom knows that there's a war in Atfavisia. There's been a war in Atfavisia for centuries now. They've been always fighting their good war, and all of the war efforts usually done from Lesnagor or nearby villages where there's magisti who specialize in, like, evil hex magic and warlockery and witches and all kinds of, like, demonic magic, fiendish magic. You know, they specialize in that. They specialize in understanding how that magic works, and they would probably know. But Laudinbra, it's a tourist town. There is no need for magisti to even be here. So you do have some magic professors who might help with the transmutational part of this hex bag, but from the top of your head, you wouldn't know anyone to go to with a hex bag. I mean, maybe your transmutation professor, who is the head of the academy, he teaches transmutation because he's a transmutation wizard. But he's first of all, he's busy. Second of all, you can't just show up to the dean's office and say, "Hey, bro, can you check this out?" I mean, you can't get an appointment with a secretary, but yeah, basically.
Hello, my sorceress brethren. Would you like to perchance look at this cursed magical object I have in my hand? It may or may not kill you.
Well, there's a few. Well, as you wish, I'll get this out of your kitchen first and foremost.
Fabulous. I'd say.
Nope.
I'd say you found it. So I'm just gonna flip you back to the RP screen, so it makes it easier with me. There is no need for us to continue here because there's nothing else on the map.
Runs away.
I didn't want to do that.
Please don't play with the chat permissions, bro.
No, I'd not do that. I'd not do that.
Fuck.
Yeah, I regret giving you mod.
What?
on mod here.
I was going to the chat. I was trying to hit that. It's right
fine.
next to it.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the RP so we can actually see the chat now because I didn't think of this when we made the battle screen. We didn't put any chat on the battle screen because we thought, hey, we're gonna be.
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, we're gonna be so engrossed in the thing. We never did RP battle screen, so now you can see the chat. There we go. Lovely. Okay, back to the future, as we say.
Back to
Hey, no, that's copyrighted. You can't be saying that.
Oh no, no.
Right, you guys don't have to be in the kitchen anymore. Like on Foundry if you want to leave, but you can stay if you like. In any case, you guys, you take this unopened. You just do you hold it in your hand? You put it in your bag?
I do not alter it. I do not open it. I just I'm gonna get it out of here.
I assume at some point you could open the bag and like a face hugger jumps up.
So you're holding the bag like it's a radioactive, source, and you're just like walking your way out.
It seems very targeted. So there's no point in me doing so.
Fab. So as you're walking out of the place, Atan is like the cook. He sort of flips his two cleavers up and sort of nods and goes like, "Well, this is good. We had a lot of clerics and interns from Wizardry College come up and look around and do the glowy thing you did, but not with their eyes, but like with magic. And they like, no, it's all good. It's not here. Little shits. Clearly it was here. Fucking blind. Thanks, guys.
Those people were clearly just fucking stupid.
I mean, that's pretty obvious. By the way, what's your name? Was it Ferverand, right?
Yes, Ferrer Dickens, and I shake his hand.
Nice. And do you like do the? He does the whole like man grip of like, let's shake it, but I want to show you how good of a grip I have. Do you reciprocate?
I'm gonna show you how big my dick is.
Yes, I do.
Okay, we're gonna do a contested strength check to see who wins this shake off. I'm gonna roll.
Build a character saving throw.
Just a contested, just two strength
Finally.
check. And let's
What
do
wins?
it. You can do it
Dexterity or
either on
strength?
Foundry or here. Like you can't see it on screen anyway.
16.
Natural 20.
Oh, you're fucked.
boy.
I swear
I'm
it
surprised.
was on a 6 and then back to a natural 20. I oh my gosh. Anyway,
He literally fucking crushes your hand. He's
He,
like,
like-
oh, you saw the. My hands are so manly and strong.
yeah, he
I'm like,
does the
feminine.
grip thing, and then you two go at it for a bit, and then he wins because he has to bulge a little bit for you to do it. And then he like grins, and he has these like incisors and these lower tusks that come up. Like he looks feral, and he goes like, "Nice grip, man. Do you work out? That's pretty good. Listen,
Not at all, and I readjust the bones in my hand.
listen. Sorry about that. It's okay. I didn't mean to. No, he didn't mean to hurt you. He didn't do it like."
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll
He's
heal.
like, he's like, listen, me and my friends, I don't always stay cooped up in this kitchen. I like this kitchen, but I also work part-time at the Big Hand Inn, and we have a arm wrestling competition there. If you wanna come, it is fun. Just saying, like, you seem like cool bro. We get along.
I'm in.
Great. I mean, I'm not sure the boss has anything scheduled, but he's a mess. I'll go tomorrow morning and talk to him. Maybe we can arrange something fun. But yeah, hook us up. We're at the Big Hand Inn. I mean, he doesn't get that much traffic because I can't cook there because all he wants to serve is vegan food.
Ugh. Oh.
And he's crazy about the juice cleanser. I mean, he's a good bro, okay, but he's a little, So I work full time here, but I sometimes go there to help the poor idiot, because the only thing we got going is the juice. The juices are quite nice, not the weird broccoli green shit.
Has he
makes, but,
tried just serving alcohol or something?
he's against drinking because his body is his temple, whatever the fuck that means.
So he serves leaves and juice?
Like, he makes these strange juice cocktails or he calls them protein shakes, like non-animal protein made from, like, beans? I don't know. Honestly, it looks and smells not good. There are some strange people who come in and they're like, oh, this is amazing, it's so hard to find vegan food anywhere. And he's like, thus I cater for this stuff, and I don't know. I don't know. I tried it. It is okay, but my taste buds are too... How do I put it? Too sensitive. I cannot eat it.
I would use the term developed.
Indeed, yes. Too developed, too exquisite. There we go, that word. It's good.
Disclaimer, I don't actually give a shit about vegans. But it's funny to make fun of them.
Same. I mean, I have a friend who's a vegan.
Always.
It's great. It's more like Atan is a professional chef, and he finds he can cook vegan food, but why when he can create masterpieces with everything else? And he's like, he basically goes like, it's just, I understand he wants to be healthy, and it seems to work for him, whatever, but myself, I don't, I like to have the opportunity to try so many different things. When you're limiting yourself in food, you're limiting yourself in creativity, and as a chef, it just hurts me. But I do help him out sometimes. He's just alone out there, you know. But anyway,
Yeah,
it's all good. Just come along. We can have a nice chat over a... He does a really nice pineapple colada. It is very strange, but very good.
yeah, just come find me when you want to go, and I'll hop on over with you.
Oh, you're staying at the inn? Okay. No, yeah. Oh, whenever you're here at breakfast or lunch, just drop by kitchen when I'm free. I come with. Good. And he
Well
goes... While he was talking to you all, at this point, you guys didn't even notice how he went back for all the pots and pans and put them down. He does it so naturally. He, like, multitasks with 70 things. And he takes out this giant pot off of the big stove and starts, like, ladling things into a really hot, like, pan. He's, like, mid-cooking something. I mean, he's still chatting with you guys. So, yeah. There you go.
Wow.
Baax, as you're walking out while the rest are chatting to Atan, or at least Baax, or at least Furround, sorry, mixing up names. Saldana, what are you doing through this whole thing? Did you stay with Michael, or is Michael's just staring at this whole?
I just let Michael just go off and just like let him do his own thing now.
Yeah, he
He's
sort
still
of goes
fucking
out
shaking.
to. He goes out to. And he goes out. Are you watching what he's doing?
What is he doing?
Goes out, and then as you're looking through the window, through the back room, you can see him look around, and then pull out something, and then get a little matchstick. Just trying to...
Did he get like a little like food or match? He's got a match?
Yeah, he's got a match, and you can't see because he's from the back. He's like, he lit a match, and then he lowered his head and is trying to cover the match over something in front of his face.
We got ourselves a little arsonist in the making.
What's he trying to do?
Are you gonna try to look over what he's trying to do?
If he's got a match, I'm wondering like why does he have a match?
As you look to the side, you see like a small, like a cigar thing. So as the match is gone, he then pulls it out and like
Gasp.
puffs out. While looking around, and he's like he's at an angle to the window, but because you're leaning over and you're looking, you can see him sort of.
Fucking go out there and beat the shit out of him.
Oh boy, I swear to God.
No.
Gonna be doing it. I'm
way-
just getting remembrance of my son just doing the same shit. Like trying to
actually,
be rebellious to me.
Just gonna say, you... Yes. Okay. You had contingency plans if your kid did this in your head, because you like to be prepared. But your kid... The times when you were home, he was on his best behavior, which was honestly creepy. You'd rather he did something out of hand. But every time he showed up, he was like unnaturally well behaved. And when you came back and asked people who were watching him, like, did he do anything? They're like, no, he's a very good boy. And honestly, at this point, you've seen other people's kids. And you're like, that's a little creepy, how well behaved he is. He's never done anything.
Never.
And
Excuse you, parents would be like, my child is perfect.
No, but that's the thing.
Literally?
Well, what? Okay, not in my experience. But I'm just saying, is like the parents that you talk to would be like, oh, your son is perfect. My idiot do you know what he did last time? And they would always complain how bad their kids were in comparison to your kid, who's a literal angel. So that's why when you see this, you're like, I can finally use that prepared speech or whatever you were planning to do to discipline my child, which never had this problem, but now I can exercise.
You have like a villain monologue in the back of your head.
I go out. I see him. I go outside. I just like. What
do you
are
go
you doing,
stealthily,
Michael?
or you go like, boom? What are you doing, Michael?
I usually
Fucking drop kick him.
no. I don't sneak up on him. I just like, what are you doing, Michael?
As he opened the door, Michael was like leaning towards the wall to get away from the windows. He stumbles and he drops the little. It's not like a cigarette, but it's like a mini cigar.
It's like a mini cigar.
Yeah, he drops it. It's kind of brown.
Before he gets any ideas, does he still have liars get flogged in the back of his mind?
Yeah, he's still intimidated. So as he drops this, you can see him sort of like try to step on it and try to hide it and like get the smoke out. And goes like, I wasn't doing anything.
I saw it.
You gonna tell my mom?
You know what these things will do to you?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I've seen some of the older boys do it.
You've seen the older boys doing it. You think that it looks so cool, right?
No, it calms me down. It's really stressful in there.
No, I know. That's what it does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that often. It's just, you know.
You're gonna
just,
get
like, you can see
fantasy
him
cancer.
He's trying to like rationalize himself, but he can't. And he's like, he's at a loss for words at this
all
point.
of my like instincts over me, I was like realizing like, wait, hold on. I've always wanted to like just like discipline, but now it's like, wait, I don't think it works on this boy.
And he kind of looks at you and goes like, I'm sorry. It's just, I won't do it again. I promise.
Look, it's not good for you, especially with you being so young. You know.
I mean, I know.
It's just. Look, it was. I totally understand. When I was young, I would do the same things too, but I then began like hearing stories about like older people that, you know, that did go very sick because of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I had to stop doing it too.
Yeah, I've seen old Limp George over the corner there, almost coughing up his lungs, and he said he started smoking since he was 12. So, I mean, okay,
Well,
I won't do it again. I promise. Here, and he like goes into his pocket and pulls out like 3 pre-made cigarillos. He goes like,
okay.
"Get out these."
5, 6, 20.
No, he just has 4.
Yeah, I got it. I just kind of put my hand out, just kind of take them. I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that, you know, to make sure I don't do it. But yeah, there you go. And you have 4 cigarillos in your inventory.
I have 4 cigarillos.
Yep. You don't know what's in them. I mean, you know there
Might be
is
the good shit. Let me
there
tell
is
you.
there is tobacco in this world. You know that there is tobacco, but they make cigarillos of all kinds of herbs and flavors.
Tempted am I right now?
How?
To smoke?
Well, this whole situation
Don't
is a
do
little
this,
triggering,
young man.
isn't it? I'd
Don't
say.
do this to me. Oh, yeah.
I'd say give me a wisdom
Listen.
saving throw again.
Wisdom saving throw. Let's go.
It's not a very high DC.
You just reprimanded him and you're gonna like blow smoke in his face?
Right. I take it, bro, and then I start smoking it all in front of him.
What'd you
Sheer
get?
disrespect. He rolled.
Oh.
Jesus.
Okay. It wasn't a high DC.
Wasn't high. Wasn't high.
It was a 10. You're fine.
Okay, so like the thought crosses my mind. I'm like, oh, these are not. Oh no. What did I just say?
You've been
What did I
doing
just
well.
say?
You've been doing well, and that's why you look at them in your hand, and you look at the kid who's like, sort of standing there awkwardly, doesn't know what else to do because you're just standing there staring at the cigarillos, and looks up at you, and you remember the time when I think the one time when Alanan, your kid, he liked to go riding a lot on like a pony, and when he came back he was covered in dirt, and he was mid like taking off his shirt to go, like, put it in the laundry and then go do the laundry, for you to not find out when you came home. And as you walk into the house, you saw, like, mud footsteps of him going to wherever your buckets of laundry were to then go do the laundry elsewhere near the river. And as he looks up at you, like, that embarrassed and also, like, quiet embarrassment look really reminds you of your kid, and that, like, settles you a little bit. But also, it's, like, what causes the trigger a little bit. But,
Just a little bit.
yeah, but it's not, like, it's not high enough. Like, it's just reminiscing. Right. While all of this is happening, Baax, sorry, I completely left you out of this. This was important, okay? The kid was smoking. We needed to nip this in the bud.
My
I see it,
character
that's
development.
That's fine.
You delved a little bit more into Sylfania's character. Baax, you walk out with this baggie of things, and Eris is looking at you like, oh, you look, did something happen? I heard Atan shouting from here, but I think he calmed down.
Yes. I would probably be cautious about
Yeah, as you're
some
walking...
of the people coming in, because this is a hex.
A what? A
You-
hex?
I think you got cursed.
Oh my god. And as you're walking closer to her, you notice, you can feel... You don't see anything because you don't have the detect magic in, but you can feel something inside is moving. The bag.
It's a facehugger, I swear.
I
As you get
accidentally-
closer to
I
Eris,
accidentally
it starts
reveal it
moving.
just ever so slightly by holding it up, because my sheer confusement for a second, I hold it up so she can't see the bag.
Yeah,
But
she
I'm
can see
like-
the bag, and then you look at the back, and it's not moving, and then you see a little, like, you know when a pregnant woman has, like, a knee of a baby come out, and it looks really disturbing? That.
Well, it wants you. So I'm
She goes
gonna
like,
take it outside.
Yeah, she backs away from you, and she, like, shuffles along the wall, and you go out the door, and the further you get away from Eris, the, like, less frequent the movement becomes, and it sort of calms down. But yeah.
At least it's not a bag of bees.
No, it's not a bag of bees.
It's the beast! The beast!
So how do you dispose of this bag? I mean, you've never read... I mean, you've only heard of hexes from, like, fairy tale witches, you know, like, oh, there was this, back in ye old days when Esthara used to have realm travel, there was a lot of strange creatures on here, and lots of witches and evil warlocks that would curse people, and some druids that would plant these as a joke, you know.
The thing is, one thing is, I don't think it would be difficult to just fucking destroy it, but it's not the destruction part, it's the possible of a trace that I'm interested in.
Interesting. Very interesting. But, as you're walking, are you walking away from the tavern?
Well, I'd probably wait a little outside of the tavern because, well, I've made a promise to Ferren and whatnot about showing him.
Oh, so you're just standing outside with the bag.
As long as I got it outside of the building.
Yeah. Like, as
I
Eris
probably-
went up, you could see, I could hear Eris, like, walking away, and as she moved away, it stopped moving. It wasn't moving in the kitchen, it's just when you got closer to Eris, it started, like, pulsing, doing weird shit. Cool,
I was
so
especially gonna-
we'll flip back to Ferverant. What were you doing through this whole thing? So Sylfania just walks out to talk to a child about smoking. Atan is looking at all of this and, like, looking at the kid smoking, and you can hear muffled, like, it wasn't me! And Atan, like, chuckles, goes back to cooking, and goes like, that's cute.
Yeah. So as I was saying, like, when you take a piece of lamb and you put it in some, like, deep brown sauce with, like, a little bit of red wine sauce, that shit is divine,
I
man.
know, it is a red wine reduction. That's what this is called. I think it's a charmant way of cooking it, but yes, no, I completely agree. I quite like it. We have that dish on the menu. Do you want it tonight
You know,
for dinner? I'll make it. Sure, no problem.
I would love some. Like, you know, I went to this fancy place once, and they had these steaks, and they, like, marinated them in, like, this soft acid with wine, so when you, like, cooked it afterwards, it had a wine flavor to it after you'd already, like, fried the meat a bit.
Yeah,
It's
no.
so fucking good.
Honestly, like, I appreciate professional cooking. All it needs is a little bit of care. Because I've seen so many inns and so many small city taverns where people just make you a pie. It is just shit it's just some mushy shit inside of bread. And they say this is all they serve. I mean, don't get me wrong, there could be some amazing pies if you cook them properly. But that is all they serve, and it's usually like grain mush. And I'm like, just put, you don't even need a proper kitchen. I mean, Eris is great, she made this kitchen for me. But, I mean, you don't even need this good stuff. You can cook with just a fire. You can cook inside the desert. You can do amazing things, and people are just lazy and not creative.
You know, back in the capital, I had this amazing pie where the apples were still crunchy and it was kind of like a cold pie thing. Like they didn't bake it, they more like froze it more than anything. It was so good.
Oh, wait. What's the proprietor's name? Filigree.
I believe so. It was F something.
I know the guy. He's a water genasi. That guy, cool dude. He had this idea called I don't know what it was. Was it some sort of gastronomy? I don't know what it is, but
that was his
made
selling point.
He made
Gastronomy.
these dishes of like they didn't look like food. But then when you try it, you're like, oh, it is cold, but it is also crunchy. And then you try it, it's cold, but it is liquid. And then you try it's warm, but it is also crunchy. I'm confused. He made it like textures, temperatures, interesting weird balls that you taste. It looks like a ball. You try it, and it's a whole meal. I'm like, I'm confused.
The weirdest thing I've had from him is like you have this chocolate shell, and when you bite into it, it's like all liquid inside. It's so weird.
I
have
know.
no
I
idea how he
swear.
does that. It's not even magic.
No, he excels in patisserie, but he likes to try his hand at all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, he was a bit older than me, but I've seen some duels he was in, and that was amazing. I've never seen shit like that. I try to take ideas from him, but he's a master. I mean, say hello to him if you ever go back. He's amazing. I know the guy. Yeah.
Cold baked goods, they're fine, but nothing beats a good meat. I gotta tell you that.
Yes, indeed. I mean, no, bro, listen. You're a cool dude. But sorry, we have dinner coming up, and I need to serve. I don't know how many.
Hey, you're busy. I'll check up on the magic bag, see if it exploded yet. All right.
Oh, right, he did go out. Oh, okay. And on that note, you made a friend.
Yeah.
You made a friend.
Friendship.
I'd say by this point, Sildana is done with the kid. I assume.
Scolding the child, yes, I know.
Yeah, he sort of
Beating
like
the shit out of him.
eventually goes like, right, I gotta clean up after the horses, and he just makes his,
you go
fucks off.
Okay, I meet up with Baax. Baax.
He is a bag, honestly.
Has the bag exploded?
You meet me with the bags.
As
Yeah,
you go
with
through
the bags.
the restaurant, when you come outside to see the living room, you see Eris like still kind of freaked out, walking around, looking out, like staying as far away from the front door as she can. She's not at her desk, and she looks at you and goes like, "Hello, he's outside with the thing."
Did it explode?
No, but it moved.
Not yet then. Alright. And I just go outside.
Cool.
All of a sudden, nuclear explosion.
I
I have no
assume-
idea how it happened.
I assume you
Everyone
follow.
died.
Do you follow Favor and Sildana? Do y'all guys hang together or
Yes.
Fab?
Y'all meet up.
So
Yeah, the group reunites.
the group reunites outside of the Pillow Trove Tavern, and actually, finally, you get to remove this OST that's been there for 2.5 hours.
I'm about to
Like-
say, like, it's been like a.
You guys have stayed inside the tavern
It's
for the
not-
whole day. I mean, it took you
I'm
a
a
while.
little worried if it's like having no music for like this long.
I mean, if I pay for a room, I'm gonna fucking stay in it, man.
Yeah. No, but that's okay. I want there to be, because it's easier to have a conversation without music going on. Because right now, like, you're outside. You're in Southgate. It is a busy street. It's just the sound. It's really well isolated inside the building. So clearly, people were trying their. How do I? Oh, right, skip. Sorry, new bot. Who it is?
Oh right, you gotta like take it out and then like fucking ring. Oh.
Yeah. So the sound comes back because you realize how muted everything was inside the city. I'm gonna lower it just a little bit so we can.
Yeah, I want to lower that down a little bit.
So, you know, it's there. But basically, you guys, the noise comes back and it hits you, because it's really well isolated inside Eris's, and you realize why it's called Pillow Trove, because people sleep here, even though it's on Main Street. They sleep here like babies. It's easy. As you guys come out, if you remember, the outside of the thing, I'll show it to people on stream who weren't here last time, and to you, because I made all of these exteriors. Might as well show them. As you come outside the tavern, you hear the noises of people walking around, and you see some people in this little alcove, like a little yard in front of the tavern. There's people sort of coming up, and you see the sign outside the tavern now, no vacancy. So you see some people come up and then go, "Oh man," and you know, walk over and try to find another place to stay. You're holding the hex bag.
I'm obviously concealing it. I'm obviously putting it in one of my pockets.
You put it in your pocket.
I'm not just look at this hex bag, ladies and gentlemen.
Behold,
cursed.
Behold the cursed object. It can explode at any time.
You like hold the bag up. Behold, my dick.
Cool.
My dick in a bag.
You shove it inside your bag. And
I shove my dick inside the bag.
Right now, these shenanigans took you a while. It is about 4 p.m. It's still light outside. It's not dark yet, but it's getting like later in the day. There's way more people on the streets. What do you do?
Well, I presume. Well, actually, I'll ask Ference. What do you think we should do with this? Do you wanna try to go for a trace, or do you think we should just destroy it?
Well, can you trace it?
I cannot personally, no. But
break
there
it.
could be
Fuck it.
some. I could go to the Magical Academy, perhaps to find a professor that maybe could, or it could go to the church for
Can I
perhaps
see?
there.
Can I see the bag for a second?
I pull it out and give it to him.
Okay. I shake the bag next to my ear.
You shake it next to your ear.
Yeah,
give
just like.
me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see here. Perception. I got a 20.
Not an app, but that's good. As you sort of shake it, your keen ears, you're very good at like hearing thin sounds, and like you managed. It's right next to your ear, and even with all the noise, you managed to focus because you know you're a monk. You're good at focusing yourself, and so you focus on the sounds, and you can tell there are some sort of bones, thin hollow bird bones in there. You can definitely hear something soft, probably either fur or hair. You don't know. You hear something, pebbles maybe, and something crinkly like paper, some sort of paper. It's like a it's like a potpourri of stuff. It is a hex bag, but yes, it seems to be inanimate objects in there. But Baax and Eris told you it was moving.
Alright, here's what we do. And I put it on the ground and I step on it.
Why would you?
I mean, you do it fast enough that everybody else is as surprised as I am, so I'm gonna let you do it. Mr. Chaos. Give me 4 shits and giggles.
Do I give a shits and giggles roll?
Give me an Arcana check.
Doom.
Give me an Arcana check, just for shits and giggles.
Okay.
Oh,
21?
dang, fuck.
Okay.
What the?
I'm not exploding midtown. Good.
As you step onto this bag, you do this little twist with your heel to make sure to grind the bones or whatever the fuck is inside and break whatever it is. As you step on it, the rest of you guys, you kind of see the sun is still there, I just looked at the chat.
Do they?
You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't do that.
I need to learn.
Does
I'm sorry, I lost my thought. I was busy.
He's grinding his heel into the ground. Into the
Okay.
thingy, yeah.
He's grinding his feet to the ground, and the rest of you can see, because the sun is still up in the sky, there's his shadow is moving a little independently to Fervorand. And as he's, like, twisting, you see the shadow behind him do a little step on the ground. The shadow's on the ground, it's not standing next to it, but it's like his shadow, like Peter Pan, doing some sort of strange thing. And you hear like a little like screech, but it's kind of quiet, muffled screech. And Baax, you see a little puff of something purple. Everybody sees a little puff of something purple, but it's very quiet. And as you crack it and you put your heel up, you notice that the leather surrounding the bag has like ripped a little, and the stuff that's inside, some of it is dust. And there's a piece of paper that is now ripped, but you can see it peeking out with some sort of writing on it.
Mm-hmm. I assume they heard a big...
Kind of, yeah, that's what they heard. They heard that.
Oh.
Satisfying, man. Satisfying.
Yeah, I was waiting on that.
Perfect. That is exactly what they hear. Do you guys do anything?
Well, I will...
Oh, that's my job done. Problem fixed.
Well, I could have burned it, but it's just more... I guess we won't trace
Do you
it.
even know what you did?
I pick up the paper.
You pick up the paper, and it is... This is a magic circle on here. But it is very complicated. And it's written in this, like, fading red ink. It's turning brownish.
I'll tell you what I did,
And,
Sildana. There's this bag that had a thing in it that was causing a curse, and I broke it. Problem fixed.
What?
No curse.
Do you even know if you did that?
Do I even know if I did that? I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know I stepped on it. It's not a hard
I mean,
thing
do you even know if you ended the curse? Where the curse came from? What it was doing precisely?
Okay, so Baax here, our resident magician, can't trace it, so I broke it. I mean, you heard the crunch, right?
I said we could possibly bring it to someone who could.
So you're gonna wait another extra day or maybe more for it to activate again and harass our hostess some more.
Well, we don't even know if there's gonna be another one.
So, the paper that you pulled out, I didn't finish with it. So you see there's a magic circle in, like, brownish, reddish ink. But it's a complicated one. But it's obviously a circle with, like, diagrams and some symbols. You've never seen shit like this before. This is new. And as you pull it out, you sort of look at it and give me an investigation check to see if you can make out the writing.
I'm gonna, like, while he's doing this, I'm just gonna stare over his shoulder.
Fuck yes, nat 20.
Natural 20.
Going up to 24.
Good boy. As you're looking through it, in very, very small writing, you can see, like, in the, so... The way magic works in this world, it's not like... It's similar to Harry Potter in the way that there is an activation word for a magic spell, and it is written in Ravinian, which is how they teach it here. But generally speaking, whatever language you learn, and whatever language is more native to you, like the language you speak natively, and the language you learn, is, you can pronounce it, pronounce the start word, and that's how you cast magic. This is... You're not familiar with this... What languages do you know, by the way?
I know Common, Draconic, Primordial, and Sylvan.
Okay, yeah, you're not familiar with this language, but you, with a natural 20, probably, you've seen animate object written in many different languages per lesson. Like, you can still animate objects if you use different languages. Like, he's like, I, for example, don't speak Charmontian, but if somebody from Charmont wanted to cast this spell, they would say it in Charmontian and it would work. If I'd say it in Charmontian for the first time, it wouldn't. But if I learned Charmontian and cast it, it would work then. You know, shit like this. And you see it, and you've seen one of the options he wrote it out. This is very similar to that. You just have a little flicker of memory, like a flashback. So you're pretty sure that's called animate object. And then to the right, it is unmistakable. Eris Larentasel. And there's like a bunch of writing in between. So with a natural 20, you're pretty sure that the reason why this Hexbag was working was obviously a bunch of shit in there that caused it to work, but also this paper was the key to somehow it was like a magical formula to put the rules on this whole thing of like, oh, if Eris gets to a certain distance of this to activate, like, you're like, this is probably, now that it's ripped, it's deactivated, but when it was folded, like, and surrounded by, when you look at it, it's like bird bones and a bunch of, you think hair similar to Eris's color, like a bunch of strange hexy shit in that bag. You realize that this is what was causing it. Now that it's ripped, it's not active anymore. You're 100% sure now.
I'm guessing Baax doesn't have a lot of friends, considering he only knows like one common language. The rest of them are anime protagonist languages.
More bullying! But anyway.
I'm sorry, you not speak primordial?
Are you gonna
very useful language?
Are you gonna speak to me in rock?
Yeah. Actually, I'm quite thankful that there's you three guys. You have very different languages that you know, which is I'm pretty thankful for, because nice. Because you know, there's always an option you can read something rather than, oh, everybody speaks Elven and Common, nobody can read this language.
Funny enough, I speak Orc, so me and the chef can just be having our own fucking conversation.
Yeah, no, but and you notice like he has a really heavy accent in because Common in my world is Ravinian, which is a particular language. It's a language that the sermons are sung in, and not well, actually no, scratch that. Common is common, but a lot of like people living in Ravinian Empire know this Ravinian language where all of the sermons are sang in, so you're sort of, I would say Common and Ravinian are interchangeable for all of you, because you all live in the Empire. So we're not even going to mention it.
Make it however you want. Common is the catch-all term for like, I don't want to bother with the players having different languages and having a language barrier.
I'd say Common, but that's the thing, he seemed to have quite a bit of an accent in Common that you're speaking. So.
But I know Orc, so it's fine.
Yeah, you know Orc. Like, if you switched to Orc, you would have switched as well.
I write transmute object just as like in the Ravinian language, and I say, do you guys, what kind of languages do you guys speak?
Do you like, are you asking me meta, or are you asking me in character?
I'm asking in character to both of you. What kind of languages do you guys speak?
Several.
Common and half elf, or I mean elven. Yeah.
Elven and.
Yeah. That's it.
And what did you say, Farron? What do you speak?
I said several.
Yeah. Can you say specifically which one? Which ones? Okay.
I'm just fucking with you. I speak Common, Elvish, and Orc.
All right. Can I write the wording of the thing? Of the thing I read on the paper in like a straight line, and then pick it up and say, "Do any of you guys recognize this?"
Well, it's a word.
Hold on. What languages do you speak, Furbrand?
Common, Elvish, and Orc.
Okay. You don't recognize the language. Or actually,
I'm not gonna recognize them either.
No, you can't read it, Furbrand, but you recognize the language. Oh, you do recognize the language. You just can't read it.
Oh boy!
You've seen it often.
I think I know where.
Yeah, you know what I mean, is what I'm gonna say, because it's a secret between DM and player. But you can't read it because you don't speak it. Which is odd, because I feel like maybe your character we should have thought of that. You probably should be able to. At least rudimentary read it.
Yeah, that would seem like the case.
I can add it to it. I'll add it to your character sheet. You'll know what I mean. But yeah, basically, you see, do you hide the fact that you recognize the language, or you just...
Well, I mean, I did say it's definitely a word.
Do you recognize it?
I mean, do I? Do I know what it says? If so, I still say what I say.
You don't know what it says, but as I said, you know the language it's written in for sure.
My passive insight is 18. E.
18.
Okay.
Do you give me I don't know, deception? Are you deceiving?
Are you trying to be deceptive?
You trying to be deceptive?
No, I'm being an asshole. I'm being
okay,
a little shit.
You realize Sildana, you see a little glimmer in his eye. You see a recognition of, like, he knows the language this is written in.
Wait.
Like, he recognizes something about this. You're pretty sure.
I'm kind of giving him a look like, okay. I kind of just like. I don't say anything though.
Okay, interesting.
But I do notice it. I judge him silently.
Baax, I'd say your passive perception is a little bit less, but you notice what is it? Oh, yeah, you're still 11. You don't notice shit. You're like, dude doesn't know. Clearly, he doesn't know.
Oh shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
fucking deception is a passive 13.
Yeah, bitch. Your passive deception is higher than his passive perception. So
Yeah, fuck you, Mads. You fucking
You can just,
trash.
like,
Get on my
relax.
fucking level.
you can literally
I got passive
relaxedly just
investigation.
no, but you can just
Well, you not
relaxedly lie to
investigate
him.
these nuts, Mads.
I'll make sure to do it later. just to kick him in the softest space possible.
The
Anyway,
aggressiveness.
keep going.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you guys have
aggressiveness.
a broken hex bag on the floor. You have a piece of paper in your arm that's ripped. Like, it's not fully ripped, it's like cracked halfway through and it's crumpled.
Okay.
That's probably written in blood. You're pretty certain it's in blood.
Question. Oh yeah. I mean, I was just about to ask that question, but you said it's written in blood, so I mean that answers that question.
I mean, no, Matt's because he rolled a natural 20. He would know. It's written in blood.
Yeah.
A lot of you haven't, like, you take a look at it, and I'd say for Verat, I mean, all of you probably have seen blood. So,
I would probably recognize blood in writing at this point.
yes. I think,
I'm pretty sure I've tasted a few blood, let me tell you.
ooh,
You
your,
tasted that, oh boy.
your model is doing
Everyone
something
tasted
weird.
blood at some
Got some
point.
true blood hiding around here.
Sildana, your model is doing something odd.
What?
It's
Oh, I'm
really-
sorry. I'm looking down. That's what I was doing.
That's why it was, yeah. I was just curious, maybe your rig was doing something strange.
Yeah, no,
anyway.
I'm fine. Don't worry. I was just looking down. Sorry.
You should get those tracking cameras they use for video games, where it's just a light blasting on your face and you have dots everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
And you have to
will
wear,
never
like, a
go wrong.
onesie. You have to wear a
Never
onesie
go
or
wrong.
something. Anyway, cool. What do you do? I mean, you're just standing outside the tavern and it's 4 p.m.
It's 4 p.m.
Time to drink. No.
Well,
No.
we've identified the thing. You guys still want to be shown to the clergy, whatever?
I
mean-
fuck it. Honestly, at this point, why not?
I mean, if something is written in blood, it's probably something the clergy needs to see.
So you want to go there now?
Oh yes, most definitely.
All right.
To
So-
adventure.
So
And we
the
set
three
up.
of you decide
But-
to. Oh, sorry.
Before we go,
Yeah.
I turn around, open the door, and go, Miss Hostess, the curse is lifted. Don't worry. And I close the door and go.
We don't know that.
And, and you
Yes,
hear a,
yes, we do.
and you
yes,
hear
we
a,
do.
what from inside before you close the door on her, and the three of you start heading off in the direction of Light's Rest, which is the clergy district. And I think this is a good time to sort of end the session on this little chapter, so we can, even though we ended a little bit earlier, just because we actually had some subscription, and I wanted to read it out. Or like just read out the name and thank a person. Because, you know, this is something new I thought we were going to do. If there's a lot of activity going on with donations or subscriptions or something, you would, you know, thank them at the end of the stream. And I think it's honestly a good time to end, because otherwise we would have ended in 15 minutes anyway, and this is a whole new section that you would guys be doing.
Yeah, and I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, and I feel like, honestly, I've seen Mads peaking, so I'm like, good, let's end it here. So yeah, I'd really like to thank Sebi Xasura. I'm not sure how to properly pronounce their name. I don't know if you know, Sildana.
Sebi Xxura.
But Sebi, thanks for the sub. Thanks for gifting the subs. You're the man. Yeah, for sub on this channel.
He just comes into chat and he just starts
I know.
subbing.
I know, good
But
man.
I don't
good
know.
man. Hope you guys
What an
enjoyed
absolute hero.
this session. There's no combat in this session, but there was a lot of cool investigation and lots of cool stuff. I will now learn that whatever map I make every nook and cranny, because people will ask to go in these particular nooks and crannies. But this is for the next time for me to learn. But for now, thank you all for watching, and goodbye and good night. There's not going to be a stream next week, I believe. We don't have a stream next week, right? We're doing like...
No, we
No,
do not.
not next
Yeah.
week.
We're
I'm
not
doing
gonna have
night
a-
shift, baby.
Yeah, we do not have a stream next week, but we're gonna have the stream the week after. So, next week, no stream. We will tweet this so people don't come here and check it out. But the
I
stream
just
afterwards.
want to say one thing before we end. All right, is it okay if I say this one thing?
Sure.
I love a man who throws money at me.
There we go. There you go, Sebi. It's for you.
I'm gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Oh